you need?
Oh, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Are you guys having a good Wednesday? Good Wednesday? Day. Okay, get the last thing set. There we go. Oh, yeah, I got to change this over to the regular chat so I can actually see all the messages. Thank you, YouTube. Absolute scumbags over here, YouTube. Good God. Last thing here. Oopsie. Got to put up a poll about if you guys found Tyraels might or not. I did add something in there by hitting the like button or whatever, too. Gosh, I'm struggling here. What am I doing? What am I doing? Last bit. There we go. We do have a second here before the next Terrazone swaps. Right now we have... But we got Worldstone Keep up next if I looked correctly. Since we got 2 minutes, let's go ahead and take care of this stuff. Since Lazy Phil from the other day refused to do it, that freaking bum. I can't stand that guy. Lazy Phil always leaves everything for future Phil, unfortunately. What a bummy scumbag, that guy. All right, we got that up. Shout out. Smallps, Timeless Pete, Marty, Beat Up Pork, what's going on? Scott T, EJ Skunk Ape, Snow Pro, what is going on? What is going on? Every time I mentioned Tyraels in the title, it didn't drop. So I jinxed it. You know what, Snow Pro? Also, every time I did not put Tyraels in the title, it also did not drop. So it's almost like... TK, what's going on there over on Twitch? Casper, what is up? What is up? What is up? So we got Worldstone Keep, and then we had something else. Let me pull up the Terrazone real quick too, huh? What did we have here? Woo! Right here, baby. Worldstone Keep, Alrash's Tomb, Forgotten Tower. Yeah, what you gonna do? Yeah, that's a bit too zoomed in, don't you think? But yeah, I don't like Worldstone Keep that much. P7 Worldstone Keep. I guess I'll do it. If there's souls, though, I am out. Quickly. And aggressively. And I must have energy shield up. Look at that. Already paying off. Does make it a little more difficult to read chat. But, you know, when I'm trying to constantly stay alive somehow. How much longer till Tyraels might? I'm finding it right now. The old Skull Collector, interesting. 90, well, based on character level, but yeah, Magic Find. A little bit more on there could be cool. A little bit more. I mean, I like the name, too. The name Skull Collector, and it's got, you know, looks cool, name's cool. Unfortunate. Yeah, this level's not too bad. Density is a little on the underside, but what you gonna do, huh? At least I'm not just getting absolutely wrecked by souls or something. Rush, welcome in. What's going on? Quinity, welcome in. Duke, what's up? Oh, Giant Skull, Casper said. Giant Skull's kind of a rare one there. Where were we here? Couldn't hit him for some reason.
Can't carry anymore.
Put on a wisp. Really? That sounds like a lot of work. I can't do that. For the souls you're talking about. Let's see. Wisp, I feel, is... the way that it works, too, I feel like Wisp is actually kind of overrated on its absorb. Something I learned a couple years ago. I didn't know it until I had heard some other creators say it. I can't remember who it was now, though. But because Wisp, the reason T-Gods feel so much better than a Wisp when you try it for Lightning Absorb is because the Lightning Absorb on Wisp, percentage-wise, is last in the calculation for the resistances and stuff. So it actually only saves, is it 10% of Lightning Absorb, if I'm not mistaken, on a Wisp? So realistically, after all your resistances and stuff, that could be a small number, depending. Like, it may only be saving you, like, 10 lightning damage. But then the absorb on T-Gods is like a flat damage, which could actually, in the long run, if you math it out, ends up being a higher percentage of the final amount of lightning damage you'd be taking. I've never really tested it up. That's kind of just what I had heard from somebody, why it doesn't feel like as good as it should. The Wisp. That's just, it's kind of part of what I heard or whatever, yeah. Also, I would die right through any of that anyways for souls. I would just, due to my lack of skill mainly. Is this hardcore? No, I do not like hardcore. I like to enjoy myself personally. I don't like being sweaty when I play video games, unless I'm working out, unless I'm on the treadmill. But just not my thing. Some people like that, everything on the line type of thing that really gets them going. That's not me. Some people like putting $5,000 on black at the roulette wheel. Just not me. But yeah, this is offline single player. Phil, NFL Survivor pick. Whoa! I think maybe the Blood Mana Curse is getting me there. Yeah, gotta watch out for that. I'm actually not in any Survivor pools or anything like that, so I haven't really looked at it, to be honest. What am I doing here? Oh yeah. Kind of wish I was. Maybe I'll do a free one just for funsies, The top's still on it. That! Tacos and how much longer? Till Tyraels might. Wish I knew. Actually, I do know, I mean. Gosh. About an hour and 4 minutes. It's these guys. Okay. Dude, he almost one-shotted me. He almost one-shotted me through my energy shield, taking away all the energy and mana. That was crazy. Tyraels Might says, today's the day. He would know. Raced, welcome in there, yo. Skunk Ape said he got sniped the other day by souls in the World's Don't Keep. Yeah, it can happen. It can happen. Dude, Grey Bang over here. Jesus. Watch out for those Grey Bangs, am I right? Biv Dog, what's going on? Bombin, what is up? Yo. Yeah, these new things, it kind of caught me off guard there for a second. I had to think about that one. I hate how they changed the names to these new handles or whatever. Make Future Phil put the Wisp on, problem solved. Right? Wow, what just happened there? I completely lost track of what I was doing. I didn't even see the first wave. Like my brain didn't even register the first wave. That's crazy. Heavy Spark. Yo, yo. Appreciate it. Pale Rune. We'll get that one. Bombing's got a point there. Hit that like button, everybody. Ooh. Slydog says, terrorized, disused Fane. That's a good one, huh? Why does it feel like I have not enough energy or something? Why does 2600 energy not seem like the right amount? I don't know. Maybe I did something wrong. Wouldn't be the first time I forgot something. Here it comes. Here it comes. Jordan comes to hype, hype, hype. Garrett, you got another 2 blue. You found 2 Tyraels mites this morning, you say? Well, I call fake news on that, but that's fine. Congratulations, I guess, on popping 2 Tyraels mites at the same time. Will you go away? I want to just honestly skip bail. Like, I can't even attack because I'll just nuke myself. Perpetual blood mana cursing me, and then energy mana burning me. Perpetually. All right, I'll just leave. It's like you can't even take him out with Energy Shield Nova. It's Tommy. It's on P7. Yeah. Slydog got a Templars the other day. You say? Unfortunate. Nick says you're glowing today, King. Oh my gosh. Really boost up my what do you even call it? Boosting up my confidence today. Glowing. Honestly, the waves are just annoying too. I mean, I did get a pretty good tick up there on the experience, so. Shocked I'm actually running World Stone Keeps as Marty. I'm a little shocked too. Oh! Forget those guys. It's just an hour. Oh, it's on Players 3. Maybe I'll have more fun on Players 3. Oh gosh. There's not gonna be any blood mana curse over here, is there? Ooh, got rid of them before they cursed me. Let's go! Boo. The thing is, also, as long as I get level up before I die here, it won't matter. That's the main thing. Mike Peterson, welcome in. Horace, yo, yo, yo. Oh, Garrett says 2 blue, like magic sacred armors. Oh, okay. I thought you were trolling me. While being possible to find 2 Tyraels mites in an hour, I thought you were trolling like 2 blue unique sacred armors, like they're Tyraels mite. I'm like, okay, this guy. I see what you're doing to me. Gotcha. You just found some magic ones. That makes more sense. Bardock said, Arcane Strikes again. Couple more high runes for you. Yeah, Arcane Sanctuary is pretty cool. I wouldn't say I find them all the time. I haven't ran it in a while, actually, since I do so much. But, yeah, Nova at the beginning of a ladder. There's other areas I do like more, but at the beginning of a ladder, hitting Arcane, you know, before you get everything insane. Yeah, there's no souls over here. Those other souls, forget about it. You'll think you're fine, even if you're fine against the souls. You'll think you're fine. Then all of a sudden there's one of those conviction aura ones, and all of a sudden you're not fine. Appreciate you, Bardock. Says hopefully I get the Tyraels today. Yeah, I'm hoping to. It's pretty much guaranteed that I get it today, though, too. Pretty much guaranteed. Why? I can't really tell you. Can't explain it. Drilled to long. Appreciate you. Ooh, you know what I should do? Because half the people in here are probably interested in anyways. I don't remember if did I go over my fantasy draft for Monday? No, because I streamed Monday. I didn't stream yesterday, so I didn't really talk about it. I posted it in Discord in the sports channel. But my draft the other day, like, I feel like the whole league was just trying to hand me the championship this year. They're like, you know what, Phil, I think this is just your time. Like, here you go. We won't take this guy. We'll let him drop like 7 rounds, and then you can just have him. A for instance. I'll go over the whole thing in a second. So, my quarterback, I have Jaden Daniels for my quarterback, right? Now it's a 3-player, it's a 10-person keeper league where you keep 3 from the year before, no round penalty. So I kept Bijan Robinson, Malik Neighbors, and Brian Thomas Jr. Already a good start. So you kind of think of it this way, as you're pretty much starting your draft off in the 4th round, pretty much. And if you think of it that way, by how late I got Jaden Daniels, in a normal draft, it was the equivalent of taking Jaden Daniels in the 7th round. A few people went super early quarterback, and I kind of picked this up from different years, different seasons. There's a couple of people that, like 3 people that go super early on quarterback, and then everybody else just waits and waits and waits and waits until like the 10th round or something. So like I took advantage of that this year, and I just waited and waited. I'm like, man, I had to snag him there. Had to. Participation trophy? No. Now the championship trophy, brah. And all that fat stacks of money. First place in this league is like $1,000. So it's a super expensive. It's more money than I really want to play for, but I bit the bullet this year, and then we'll decide in the future here if I'm going to keep playing this league, if they keep raising the buy-in price. Shiva Kamini so much. Right? My team name, Marty, in this league, my team name is Pete Top Kevin Bottom, actually. Sleepwalking stayed in a $200 league. Yeah, they raised the league fees this year to $250 in the league that I'm in. That's so much money. Everyone's like, holy smokes, cheap, Phil, really? After the run, I might go over it, even though I know not everybody's an NFL fan, but... Quintinity's saying Tyraels might his account bound. Nice. Oh, you know what? This is still on players. Yeah, well, let's get a little more experience. It's a little, you know, they can get a little tough in the streets out here, but... What picks? So you can also trade picks in this league because it's a keeper league. So I had the 3rd overall pick, and I had the 8th overall pick, and then I had the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I had the 13th overall pick, I think it was. And then I had 2 3rd round picks. But yeah. 550, poor boy says. Oh my god. I would 100% be out of this league if it was that much. When they raised it to 250, I almost was like, dude, I can't do this. Like, if I don't win, this is like a lot of money. You know, if I don't cash, this is too much. But I said, I'll do it. I'll do it this year. 10 out of 10 Tyraels might today. For sure, yeah. No. Oh, get up here, buddy. This way only one of them can attack my mercenary at a time. Maybe 2 if they get the right angle. Hashtag science. And we'll just skip Bale because I can't even kill him on this build, so. Let me pull it up real quick, actually, and make sure I don't dox myself with anything in here. Real quick. Boop, boop, boop. Win once every 14 years to break even. Well, it's you got to win more often than that. Because the thing is, too, is some of our... It's a little bit different, too, with our league, because I think probably $50 of it goes towards these prop bets. To where like everybody in the league picks a prop bet, and then 10 of the weeks, like you can pick anything. Like for this year, I picked whichever team in that particular week that it gets placed for, whichever team their combined kicker and defensive points is the least that week wins the prop bet. So, wait, why does it not have? Oh, I'm on the wrong league. Okay, so as long as I don't scroll up too high, I won't dox myself here. Here's my team, like a champ. Make sure everything's okay. Yeah. So Jaden Daniels, I got him in like the 7th round, or whatever. McLaurin, I wasn't sure on taking him where I ended up taking him, but the projections on McLaurin are crazy. This is crazy. Deebo Samuel is projected according to Yahoo here. Deebo Samuel is projected for more points than McLaurin. Are you out of your mind? Oh, D-Gen coming to his 7 months of Slayership. Love this build. Talking about the Novasork. Yeah. Love the Novasork and D-Gen. Thank you so much for the 7 months. Got on live chat. Oh, and Cody.
Good luck today, Phil.
Appreciate you, D-Gen. And Cody coming with 5 gifted Slayerships. Ooh. Thank you. Oh, Thresh said hitting the like button got him some is. Nice. So yeah, Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors, and Bijan are my keepers. I got Trey McBride. Look at this lineup. Oh, and it's a 10-team league, so you kind of always end up a super team, sort of, because it's only 10 team. But Jaden, Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors, Terry McLaurin, Bijan and Pollard, Trey McBride. I got Xavier Worthy in at the flex. And then here's my bench. This is the bench. Like, that's not the biggest deal. I drafted Tajay Spears like last round, slipped in the IR. So if anything happens to Pollard when Spears comes back, slipped him down here, picked up Rodriguez. Kicker and defense, who cares? We need to get them out of the league, to be honest. I voted to get them out, but not enough people were on board. But yeah, look at this lineup. Oh my gosh. I still can't believe that McLaurin is projected for less points than Deebo Samuel. The guy that they traded for just to get him on a 1-year deal, like $12 million a year, some ridiculous deal that he's on. Fat Deebo over McLaurin. You got to be kidding me. But yeah, just nasty. Look at that. How could I not win? Am I right? Where are we at over here? Let me try to capture Sleepwalking saying first only at 1K. I'm going to be honest, I don't even know what first place is, to be honest. I forget. It's something like that. Last year it was like, before it was 200 before. And I think first place was 900 last year, so first place is probably a little over, like 1,000 or a little over, with the other money that's going towards the prop bet. So yeah, Sleepwalking. It's probably, I got to remember how the payouts go, to be honest. Prescott and CD, you got stacked? Oh boy. I'm not really big on stacking in regular leagues, like best ball, of course. Ooh. But I just kind of ended up with that. I actually took McLaurin first in this, and I'm like, there's no way these guys are going to be here, this and that. Like, Jaden Daniels wasn't even in my mind to be there. I actually passed on him the next round. I was like, I don't want to take quarterback yet. I don't want to do it. And then they just didn't take him again, everybody. I'm like, okay. $10 pickups, my God. Nice. That's crazy. Bommy, appreciate you. Get to work. Have a good day. Almost looked over at chat and ripped it. Thanks a lot, chat. Outhouse over here on Twitch. I feel in danger here. I can't read too much. I'm in danger. In a league that's been over 30 years, had to go to the bar to draft and adjust your team every week. You had to go to the bar to adjust, like you had to go hang out and actually talk to him to call him on the rotary phone to, hey, I want to start Bart Star this week. I'm just joking. That's a bit of a joke. But yeah, that's kind of awesome, to be honest. Back when you had to like look up the box scores in the paper to see how good your team did. Write it all down and add it up. Legendary. I started fantasy football like right when it started to be on the internet, essentially. Back when I was like in probably like middle school, I remember. One of the first years, I was telling this story to the people in my league. One of the first years it was on the internet, but the internet wasn't like prevalent. People didn't have smartphones. I drafted Larry Fitzgerald. I'm like, whoa, my gosh, they let this guy drop. Oh my God, they gotta be kidding me. I drafted Larry Fitzgerald. And they're like in the little chat box next to it. They're like, what is this idiot doing? Ha 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 ha. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Like, I just got this sick guy. And they're like, he just tore his ACL like an hour ago. Ah, he's out for the season, you idiot. Yeah, that was devastating. Think Rodgers going to have anything this year? I do not know. I mean, he was rough last year. Like his quarterback efficiency numbers, I forget exactly which one. QB. Whoop. Whoop. Hard pass. Fanaticized extra fast dolls, and then you teleport over to the side and there's souls chilling there. Oh my God. Nope, nope, nope. But yeah, Rodgers is cooked. He's too old. Team, and he's on an Arthur Smith offense. Get out of here. Not that I'm like exaggerating here, but yeah, don't do that. Don't do. Rodgers can't. I think it's over for him. Yes, Slydog saying McLaurin, maybe he could have slid because of the contract stuff, but it got figured out. Yeah, and we just drafted Monday. The contract stuff was already figured out. Sure, maybe some people are figuring there could be a slight, small, for him missing training camp and stuff. I mean, the only thing that you could say, though, is that you think Debo... What is going on? I can't even move. Is that Debo's going to be taking a lot of his work or something. That's the only thing you could be thinking, because beyond that, like, I just can't believe that Yahoo literally has Debo projected for more points than McLaurin. It just makes no sense. They just signed him to like a $40 million a year contract. Oh, we generally give people $40 million a year to not play them. Oh, this other guy's getting $12 million a year. He's going to be the one getting all the touches, not the guy that we just now paid $38 million a year or whatever it is. Like, am I right? Kodama FB, welcome in, welcome in. Sleepwalking said, I think Debo gets volume. I mean, he might get volume for the first time in his career ever. But, like, he's never been, like, high-volume guy. He was always like, this guy gets an end around. Really, the only good year Debo had was the one where 13 different running backs for San Francisco got hurt. Oh, my God, dude, those guys are crazy. And Debo was playing running back, and then he was catching passes here, too. And then he was, like, that running back year was the year that he got so many points. Every year after that, he's either got hurt, and he always gets dinged up, because he does run hard. There's no doubt about that once he gets the ball. And he does a lot of end-arounds, little screen things and stuff. So that's part of the problem with him. A lot of other receivers, they catch it downfield. There's like a 5'10", 180-pound cornerback tackling you. Meanwhile, Debo's taking the screen pass on the side, and there's like 255-pound it's like 6'4" linebackers just laying him out from his blind side, But yeah, and I don't hate Debo. I don't hate him. I don't think he's terrible or anything. But yeah, I guess that's where I'm at. That Sork needs more lightning. I can't tell what that emote is there, Bardock. Heavy Spark said that he's sad they picked up Rodgers. Yeah, I wouldn't be. I'm not too big on Rodgers here. I mean, he was great in his prime, of like, duh, but he's just not. He's not it anymore. It is crazy to me too that it's just crazy that was their, you know, get rid of Fields, get rid of Russell Wilson, get Aaron Rodgers was their plan. Like, I don't know. I would honestly rather have Justin Fields the quarterback of my team than Aaron Rodgers, straight up. Like Fields, I bet you Fields has better passing, whatchamacallit, like efficiency numbers than Rodgers this season. I'd put like money on it. As long as it's not like Rodgers plays one game and then gets hurt and is out for the season, and then his efficiency numbers are based upon only the stats from that one game. Spark said he says they wishes they would have just kept Fields. Yeah, I mean, if you really got an upgrade, sure, get rid of Fields. Like, he's never been a, he's never been a, I don't know, Magic Find, I guess. Also, I have no skillers in here. That's probably why I'm dying, too. The points in an energy shield is, or it's eating the points over here. It's huge. But I wanted to get the more Magic Find for the other stuff I was doing the other day. Karen Rodgers, DMC. Oh, boy. Josh up here has Josh Allen, but I'm starting Burrow. How do you got Burrow and Josh Allen? That's got to be like Dynasty or something. That's pretty wild up there, Josh. Sorry, I know sometimes I'm getting a little bit behind on the comments. So hopefully not too far behind. Jester saying Worlds Don't Keep can be so rippy. That's one way to describe it, for sure. Yeah, Worlds Don't Keep's tough, but I decided, you know, since you get the experience, I don't usually care about experience, but we're going to bump up to level 95 here in a second, so I decided just to go for it. That's it popped up. Show gear on the build and stuff. So link in the description to a full build that kind of goes over the gear here. I do get asked about once every 15 minutes to go over my gear generally, so I don't really do that anymore. But link at the top of the description there to a build you can check out and come back to the build guide and showcase. Only difference being I did decide to stack up all MF charms in the inventory instead of skillers. Okay, let's get in here. Take out the whatchamacallit. Josh, oh, you said it was a 4-man league? Oh, that's interesting. That's funny. 4-man league. Nice. Sly Dog talking about the Yahoo projections having Debo more than McLaurin. Says, yeah, it doesn't make sense. They had a good chemistry last year between McLaurin and Daniels. Yeah. It's crazy. I really don't understand it. Yeah, SD. So it is just a 1-point projection difference, but they literally have Debo projected for more than McLaurin, which doesn't make any sense to me. The way they do projections on there too, like a full point difference. I don't think it's even a full point actually, to be honest, but they don't spread their projections out very far. They put them all in there so that everybody's super close. So it's like, oh, this person was only projected for like 2 extra points, so who knows what can happen. So if their projections are wrong, they don't look quite as stupid. But still, McLaurin should be projected for like 4 more points than Debo. Like McLaurin should be like for 16 and Debo should be like 12. Because a projection is kind of like an over-under, right? That's the way I look at it. Maybe that's not... Because you know, there's no way they're going to be completely right. But if you're projected for like 16, that means like a bad game you might get 12 and a good game you get like 22. Which is exactly what I'd expect from McLaurin. Maybe he catches 7 or 8 balls for 110 yards and a touchdown. Or maybe he catches 10 catches for like 70 yards, doesn't get a touchdown, you know. But I don't see him just doing nothing. Maybe he has a real bad game and gets 6 catches for 50 yards. That's 11 points right there. Like, there's no way he does worse than that, in my opinion. It's just crazy. Oh, Cody up here a minute ago. Sorry. Player 7 is what I've been running pretty much all of it on. I'm honestly going to knock it down to Players 3, though, now that I got the level. I must not have spelled something right. Bardock. There was a Sacred Armor I picked up and looked at that was great. I know your comments from a minute ago, my bad, but there was a gray, unless there was another gray Sacred Armor kind of near the one that I checked out. Oh god. I did pick up and check one super fast that was gray, and it was just two-socketed, non-ethereal. But could be mistaken. Sleepwalking over here says ESPN has McLaurin projected for a couple of points higher than Debo. Yeah, I bet you everything but Yahoo. Yahoo's probably just the dumbest. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who they have to do their projections or whatever, but they used to have Fantasy Pros do it, but I think Fantasy Pros stopped doing it for them, or stopped, you know, allowing access or whatever, however you would word that partnership. Oh my gosh, this guy. But yeah. Poor boy went in on Herbert. Yeah, I'm cool with Herbert. I don't think he's gonna be, you know, world beater, like insane. Like this is the guy that's like gets 10 points more than everybody, but I think he's real. I think he's gonna be really solid. Because I mean, he was supposed to be like real good coming out. He had a good rookie year, I remember. He had a few pretty good seasons. He had one really good one, and then I think it was the very beginning of Harbaugh's. Then they were running it a ton, and then towards the end of the season, they stopped running it so much. And he really hasn't had that much time where he was bad, but he kind of got a bad name. I think did he come out of college the same year as Mahomes, so he kind of got overshadowed a ton? But yeah, I'd be happy with him being a starter for, you know, most teams, really. I was completely, and that's the thing too, I usually don't want to go high quarterback like I did this year, but the 7th round isn't even like high quarterback. That's just like, oh, this guy usually goes super high, and he just didn't for some reason. Everyone is too busy taking all these rookie wide receivers and stuff is really what was happening. I think it was like running back, I think at Henderson and New England, Golden and Igbuka, and they all went super high, like relative to where their ADP was. Scythe, welcome in. Yo. Slidox's sleepers got McLaurin a little bit above Debo too. Yeah, smart people. See this? See this? Yeah, I'd probably trust Sleeper and over Yahoo. No offense if you work for Yahoo Fantasy Sports, but you don't know what you're talking about. Bob, yo, welcome in. Gotcha. So just under 2 points that you say there, whatever, for on Sleeper. Appreciate you, Slide Dog. It's neat. That's more of what I'd expect. Honestly, maybe I'm just you know, biased towards my player or something, but Bardock, you were busy getting breakfast, you said, huh? So maybe you missed me checking it. Gotcha. Yeah, maybe you seen me coming back by it again or something and didn't realize I'd already looked at it. This is still P3, isn't it? Yeah, well, whatever. Santiago! Welcome in, Santiago. Kicker from Jacksonville, says Josh. Yeah, kickers, boy. Kickers and defenses. That's another reason I want to leave this league, too, to be honest. Kickers and effing defenses. The number of weeks, and the thing is, too, is that they have it to where the kickers keep getting more and more points depending on how far away the field goals are. There's been multiple times where people have kickers getting like 40 points in this league. Meanwhile, one time I lost to a team. His kicker and his defense had more points than his entire rest of his starting lineup combined, and that's how I lost. His kicker and defense had more points than his quarterback, both running backs, 3 wide receivers, and a flex and a tight end all combined, because he had like 60-something points between his defense and kicker. So the thing is yes, my team also did bad, but he beat me by like 4 points when he got 60-something from his defense and kicker, and I got like 7 combined. Just insane. Yeah, I'm like, I'm at 94. How'd I react from the Parsons trade? I'm a Lions fan, yeah. I'm not too great, like, not good, but I didn't, like, lose my mind. Turns out Parsons has some back injury that they missed or something. I'm not even sure what happened with that, but I don't know how much is that really an issue, too. Maybe it was kind of blown out of proportion. They said, he, like, for the first few weeks, he can't play, like, it's so much pain. His back, he's going to have to get epidurals before the games. Ooh, God. Sounds serious. You know? But yeah. Yeah, Sly Dog, I like that better. 3 points for any distance field goal. Yeah, I think the top field goal distance, like points-wise in our league, it's at least 6 points. So yeah, if a kicker, and it's 6 points over like 50 yards, which 50 yards nowadays is like nothing. So you get the equivalent of a touchdown for what is, that's only like 15 yards longer than an extra point. A 50-yard field goal nowadays. Because isn't it 30 at the 35-yard like field goal is extra point rules nowadays? Just such nonsense. But we literally voted on it last year and it got voted down. Because you need 6 of the 10 people in our league to vote to pass a rule. So there was 5 people that love kickers outscoring quarterbacks in our league, like regularly. Half the teams that have half the teams in the league every week, their kickers score more points than quarterbacks. It's like, key drop rates on players 1. It depends which place you're running. I don't know exactly offhand, but it's for the Countess. I think it's like 1 in 23 runs or something, and for Neelathek it's like 1 in 40. So 1 in 39 or something like that. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's annoying. And if you're like player 7 for keys, it's like 1 in 13 or something like that. Actually, it's 1 in 10 or something like that. Yeah, snipe over 64. Maybe I get on board with that, sure. It's just over 50 being 6 points is just nonsense. Just nonsense. Wait, what was that rune? Soul rune. Okay. I just seen the S while I was teleporting. I was like, Superior Grim Shield? Yeah, that's not something I don't need a Souls. Great. I don't need it. A rhyme base. Like, okay. We can get them from a distance. There was a couple of souls over here. That's fine. I can deal with a couple. Sure, we'll bump this up to P7, I guess. Servant from Lower Cross. Timmy! Nice. Oh yeah, but I got all distracted by Josh's kicker comment. Jacksonville kicker, yeah, it's fine. A kicker's a kicker to me, pretty much. I picked up Boswell. I figured, you know, last round pickup, like that's what I do for kickers, especially. Like, who cares? I figured Arthur Smith offense is super bad. Aaron Rodgers is old as dirt. Arthur Smith, they probably won't be able to score touchdowns because they stink. So maybe they'll be kicking a bunch of field goals. I forget who they're playing, but I feel like they're playing someone that's not that great. Bunch of field goals, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Reliable Buns offense. Buns offense, is that a misspell, or was that a is that a new kid saying? Is that like a on God fam type of situation? No cap. I just don't understand it. Poor boy said Matt Gay like 4 years ago got like 40 points. Yeah. Well, the thing with our league too is I don't know why. Oh my God, the might over here. Oh my gosh. For some reason, our league, the kickers get more points than in any league I've ever seen. It's crazy the way they have it. it's like the kickers start off with 3 points, and then like it's like 3 points up to like 30 yards, and then it's an extra point like every yard or something, or every 10 yards after that or something. I can't even remember. It's like he's about to get. Oh, I didn't even battle order him up, did I? Something lunacy. I don't know. I can't explain it. Maybe they might even get 7 points for kicks over like 55 or something. I don't even remember. But either way. Oh, buns. See, I've heard cheeks, but I've never heard buns before. Gotcha. Okay. Buns, a cheeks offense. Yeah, butt cheeks offense. Buns. Yeah. Okay, you're just kind of switching it up a little bit. I gotcha. I get you. Yeah, Skunk Ape still dragging Rogers around. Yeah, Rogers is still out there. He said probably his final year, he says. Is he? I think he's 40 right now. Yeah, those... if they have souls there, I'm just like hard pass, so... Oh, God, I hate these guys, too. What's the first level look like? I don't think there's ever souls up here. You know what? Yeah, I could get on board with this. Wait, do all suck you by blood mana curse you, or is it just some of them? Why do I feel like these ones never blood mana curse you? I'm about to find out in a minute, though. What? Poor Boy says 50-yard field goals are 10 points in your league? Wow. Yeah, ours isn't that bad, but... when a kicker kicks like 4 50-yard field goals plus, it's like 30 points in our league. No bueno. You know when we got any updates on Detour? When we got any updates? Not in a long time. Not in a couple of years. Pretty much what? Nothing since D4 came out, for sure, right? Any good rune words with an ohm other than call to arms? Doom? Someone says Doom. Sorry, yeah, I know this comment's from a few minutes ago. I get behind once in a while. Forgive me. Doom, huh? Yeah, I use Doom once in a while, but not often. Trying to think what else Ohm goes in. Brain's not good enough, I guess. I don't know that there's any other ones really besides... Call to Arms is just clutch-like, so that's what everyone uses, of course. Slipping my mind. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone else got any off the top of their head? Faith? Okay, a lot of people use Faith for the Boazons. I feel like... because Faith takes a jaw, too, right? So I never ended up making one of those because it's so expensive and it's just for, like, the one build, you know? If I'm going to use jaws, I'm going to make stuff that's, like, multiple... you know what I'm saying. Used on more than one build in the game. But I'm kind of getting to the point where... oh, God, there's souls and dolls down here. Come on! Bramble. Oh, Exile. Exile is probably the next one up, I guess. But that's once again just for a smiter, essentially. So, Mist. Yeah, I guess there's not really a ton more. Bramble, Exile, Mist, Faith, Doom. Those are kind of the ones, but they're not as, like, hugely used as... yeah. What do you target farm for Tyraels? Pretty much Terror Zones, TZ, Andy, and Meph. And then just like 85 areas. So this is terrorized, but even besides that, like Worldstone Keep is an 85 area, which just means the unique monsters and stuff can drop Tyrael's Might. It's essentially impossible to target farm Tyraels, to be straight up, but you're essentially just like going through the motions of areas that could drop it or not and hoping for the best. Target farming is an exaggeration of what I'm doing, I guess you could say. I'd just be glad Morton Anderson ain't playing anymore. Ooh. One bar himself. That was Morton Anderson, right? The kicker that had one bar on his helmet, just the one bar until like 2004 or whatever when he finally retired after 60 years of playing. Target farming equals play a lot. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It's crazy getting that much experience at this level, though. There really is a ton of experience down here on EZP8. Whoa. Got a cool gift on the... Got a cool... Oh, shit. Wicked Ball said it. He traveled to Ireland and got COVID on the way back. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully it's not hitting you too hard. The vid is a wild one that some people are just like, yeah, I got it. It was, you know, I barely had a runny nose. And then other people are like, yeah, it's been 5 years. I can't smell anymore. Haven't been able to smell for 5 years. So hopefully you got one of them mild ones. What? Oh my. The D-Gen, looks like you leveled up, Phil. I did, and I didn't do anything with this stuff, did I? That's a good point. What was I doing? Get another percent into energy shield here. Sleepwalking said he had the smell thing, so some things you still can't. Yeah, I haven't talked to her in a while. My cousin's wife got it really bad and couldn't smell anything for at least like 6 months or something, a year. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while. I don't know if it ever came back, to be honest. And that was like during the scary time of getting it, when nobody knew what was going on, like the scariest time. She worked in a hospital and got it, like, you know, back when everyone was like absolutely thought the world was ending. But anywho, hard to eat when you can't taste anything? Yeah, one of those things you don't really think about, huh? I did hear that people like losing a ton of weight, not because of, you know, anything like the disease, like it directly, but just from not being able to smell, and they don't, just everything's unappetizing at the point. Now, hopefully everything's back to normal. Oh my gosh, this is a disaster room. Do not blood mana curse me, please. Look at all these monsters. Oh my gosh. This room is stacked. Imagine day one of ladder. Hey guys, we're gonna go do some bail runs. We're all low level, but if we work together, we can do it. And then you come into a room like this, and you're just like, everyone's just running around trying to kill one monster at a time, like. And we're like, all right, dead room, make a new game. Happens all the time.
I can't carry anymore.
Good to hear there, Snipes. Came back, what you said. Good. Yeah. Biv got a story there, wife. What? Oh, okay. Sorry, wife yelled at me. It scared me. I didn't know what she said. But yeah. Tough stuff. Glad those days are over. Bardock got another Templar's Might. Dang, dude. What is up with this thing? We got him. We got these bombs. Game's easy. Unidentified J-Mod! Oh. Too many items, jeez. Gotta watch my boy here. Yeah, man. All right, we'll try a Bale here. I think I heard a Jewel drop, so yeah. Love the sound. Usually too terrible with this build, but instantly blood maned. Cure Helm doesn't work fast enough, apparently, either. Ugh. And you? Thank you. He's punching me so hard. Yeah, Novasork for Bale, not suboptimal. Suboptimal build for killing Bale, but retro nerd life. Sorry to hear that, my man. Sorry to hear that. Day's over, buckle up, says Marty. Yeah, pretty much, kind of, sort of. I don't know. See what happens, right? Just beginning. Day after, what is it? World War Z coming up pretty soon, huh? Heretic just got Titans from the Laughing Guy. Nice. Jutjaw, what is going on? Sup, dude? Different retro. Retro Hang Glider, but this is retro Nerd Life. Completely different. Is Frozen Orb Sork still viable? Yes, yeah. Frozen Orb's a good one to use if you want to use, like, it's not going to be as fast at doing most things as other builds, but Frozen Orb's good if you want to have dual spec, because you're not going to have Infinity, or maybe you're not going to find Thunder Charm, so Frozen Orb Hydra, Frozen Orb Fireball, something like that. You can even do, like, a Frozen Orb Nova or something, so. I've ever tried hardcore. I've played hardcore a couple of times, here and there. Not a lot. I just don't like it, you know? I don't play it a lot, and, you know, some people, oh, well, if you haven't played it, like, how do you know you don't like it, this and that? There's all kinds of things in life I've never done, and I know I won't like it. I've never tried it.
And then football tomorrow? Light.
Fred, yo! Thank you for the 37 months of Slayership. 221. Yep. Football tomorrow. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Football in like 30 hours from now or something or whatever. You do the math. I don't know. Someone else do the math. But yeah, 32 hours from now. Football. My God. How do you know you won't like cancer if you never tried it? Yeah, I always say more ridiculous ones, but I won't this time. Never ate any of those Rocky Mountain oysters, but I just have no interest in trying them either, so. Mainly, I don't eat the Rocky Mountain oysters. In general, I just don't like seafood and stuff, so that's why I just steer clear of it. But it just doesn't seem like something I'd like. Oh, that was... See, before I said it, I thought it'd be kind of funny, and then the seafood part I added after the fact, and it came out just equally as funny as I thought it would. Anyone unaware why that's so funny, Rocky Mountain oysters are indeed not seafood. They are not actually from the water at all. But yeah, never tried them. Not interested. So there's a lot of stuff like hardcore. D2R hardcore is just like Rocky Mountain oysters. You heard it here first, folks. Football! Marty says he thinks Bale doesn't cast Blood Mana if you're directly on top of him, only if you're kind of far away. Certain distance, you say? I've never heard that, but it's possible. Or like he'll cast it and miss, maybe. I wonder if it's a situation like, there's one skill that Diablo has that if you're directly on top of him, he casts it, but it just doesn't hit you, right? I think it was the, I don't know what it's called. The fire... laser thing. I forget. If you're directly on top of him, it just completely misses you. It'd be like that. Need some hot sauce, Bardock? That pairs good with those Rocky Mountain oysters, huh? Lightning breath, that's what she's called. Fat CEO. I'll take your word on that, I suppose. Sounds about right. Lightning hose, says Bib Dog. I think I'm gonna go with lightning breath because I just don't want Diablo hitting me with his hose. This doesn't sound right. This must still be on players 3, I forgot. Oops. Well, the last few waves are the ones that give you all the experience anyways, am I right? Dustin said he plays hardcore because that's what his cousin plays, but he prefers softcore, huh? Yeah, that's one of the only times I started a ladder hardcore, and because a friend wanted to play, and I was like, fine, whatever. He like begged, and I didn't want to. Then I ended up getting on the ladder reset day, like an hour and a half into ladder, ended up getting rubber banded real bad, and got just destroyed, you know. Totally one of those situations where I like ran through a door and I was like running away, and all of a sudden it boonk, teleported me like all the way back to the other side of the door, and just in the middle of a giant pack, and you don't have teleport or nothing, you can't get out. So it's just over. Oh well. Lurking feds, accidental caps, it's all good. Lightning hose of death. Lightning hode. Marty, aren't they bison? I think it's just cow, technically. Cow balls, yeah. Rocky Mountain oysters. Anyone who didn't know. You want a lot of FG, hardcore is the way to go? Well, that wouldn't work for me because I wouldn't find a jaw or burr in the first day because, well, I'd be dead 5 different times. So, one more minute. We'll just wait. What's the next TZ coming up? Appreciate y'all joining me too, by the way. We got 200 on YouTube. Make sure y'all hit that like button on YouTube. You legends. 200 on YouTube. Another almost 65, 70 on Twitch. Appreciate y'all. Oh, Nifty coming through with 10 months of tier 1 sub over on Twitch. Yes, a layer. Ooh. What was the next TZ? Oh yeah, Tal's Tombs. Let's go. Nope, I feel is a good one for there too, right? That's definitely we already got it on 7. Get after it, huh? Tal's Tombs on single player. I'm feeling it right here, fellas. This is where I'm feeling like we're getting it. This is not just my hunt anymore. It's all of us. Dustin got that like button destroyed. Appreciate you. Only played single player for the first time in forever. Tried lower Karas chest. Run just 3 for a half hour. All you got was a Vex. You ran a half hour and got a Vex. That's freaking good. That's a real good, actually. And you only ran 3 chests, so you only had 1 campfire. That's insanely good luck. Lower Karas, the average is 1 high rune per 500 runs, approximately. Like approximate guesstimation type of numbers that people go by, but it seems pretty accurate. So if you ran a half hour, you must have got a Vex in like 200 runs of running 1 campfire. And I'm talking 2 campfires on a perfect map. So that's real good luck. G stacks. Of course we're getting after it, my man. Of course we're getting after it. welcome in. Started single player a few months ago. CEO says 91 Barb and 89 Sork. Jobber, Surlo, 3 Vexes, Gulls. Nice. No LKHS. Yeah, good luck can always pay off, that's for sure. Getting all that stuff without running LK or nothing, yeah. Good luck can always pay off the most. P7 Duriel with Nova. We'll see how slow it goes on P7 here. Yeah, birds are never a problem, Fed. Right? Not one. Town portal. Not one of them. Drunken Horror said he just got off a 6-hour blasting LK. All he got was a pull. That is rough to hear. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, so what I was going to do, since Fred jumped in here and some other people, we got a lot of people. I don't know if this is everybody's cup of tea. Forgive me if it's not. But I like NFL's coming around. I like fantasy football. I know G-Stacks loves fantasy football and stuff. Loves NFL. So this was I had my draft on Monday, right? This right here is my team. It's a 10-team keeper league, 3 players. So you keep 3 players. I kept Bijan, Brian Robinson, and Malik Neighbors from last year. I got McDaniels, or Jaden Daniels and McLaurin. I combined their names on accident. McLaurin. I didn't even mean to stack, but that's just kind of how it felt. How it fell. I got Jaden Daniels. So if you consider the 3 keepers, the first 3 rounds of the draft, I got Jaden Daniels in the 7th round. Like, crazy. I know, right? So, starting running backs, Bijan and Pollard here. Just crazy. I got McBride down here at tight end. Xavier Worthy at flex. Like, are they just giving me the league? Like, I don't even understand. Like, nobody was even trying. Here's my kicker and defense, if it matters, but jeez. Ooh, just free money. Free money, am I right? Who's ball the devil? Yeah, no, I know G-Stacks doesn't like football. I was joking. Not a football guy. Heretic up a minute ago rolled a perfect call to arms. Love to see it. Everyone who watches and plays D2 from other countries, they're all like, fantasy football? What is that? Not everybody. There's some people from other countries, but that play fantasy football. Sam Laporta is going to be a Detroit Lion lifer. Maybe. I don't know. Really hard to say in the NFL, to be honest. I honestly never crossed my mind if that was a thing or not that would happen. Yeah, G-Stacks. Foosball, what is that? What is it? Yeah, it is a 10-team league. So the thing is, too, is 10-team leagues, every team looks good. It always does, so. I went a lot more heavy this year on making sure that I had good players in every starting spot, essentially. But yeah. Other years, I went a little bit later on tight end and quarterback combined. Kind of, sort of, actually. Actually, last year I did something real stupid, which I don't want to talk about, but I had definitely waited on tight end, and I was struggling with tight end all year. Quarterback, I made a bad decision. I took Anthony Richardson relatively high. Like, if he paid off, he'd be good, and figuring, if he doesn't pay off, whatever, I'll pick some guy up off the waiver wire anyways. It'll be just as good as everyone else. And everybody just went ham bone on picking up quarterbacks instantly. There was 3 teams in our league by like week 5 that had 4 quarterbacks on their team. I was like, what is going on here? But I mean, Jaden Daniels, Golden. I got I don't know if you've seen when I scrolled down, I got Drake May at backup, and I think he's gonna really come on this year. I mean, is he gonna be oh my gosh, are you? I almost quit the game right there. Hokey Pokey, welcome in. Jingle saying Brad Holmes doesn't pay tight end, so he probably won't. Hard to say. I don't really know. I mean, has they ever been in a situation to pay a tight end actually? In Detroit, I guess we got rid of Hawkinson, but it was because we had Laporta. I forget how high we drafted Laporta. That was the end of the first, I think, right? Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, too, just personally, I mean, he's probably a fine dude, but I'm kind of indifferent on Laporta, to be perfectly honest. I don't think he's really like an intricate, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? A pivotal piece of the offense, to be perfectly honest. Really interesting is that the Lions traded Tim Patrick yesterday or the day before to Jacksonville for like a 6th-round pick or something. Like a sixth round, 7th round swap or something. Who knows? But I mean, that means the Lions for the 3rd receiver are essentially like all in on Isaac Tesla. So that's interesting. Which I'm not surprised, but. Stack says I'm gonna get in the league at work and win it. You probably could. I don't know if anyone remembers this story, me telling this, but I used to be commissioner of a league. I did it for a couple of years. Anyways, I took over for somebody else. You know, the league that I was in, the commissioner didn't want to do it anymore. I did it 1 year, and then the next year I did it, and a guy forgot about the draft, missed it, got his entire team auto-drafted, and he also, the entire season, you know how it tracks your waiver wire moves? 1 week, he added one guy one time. He had one waiver move all season, no trades, and he only picked up one guy one time during a bye week, and he won the league. He auto-drafted, and he didn't even... There was weeks where, like, if you don't set your lineup, like, the commissioner just auto-sets whoever's in your lineup projected the highest on your team. There was weeks when that kind of thing happened. Oh, hey, I'm at work. I don't have time to do it right now. Can you just set the lineup? And stuff like that, and then he would win every week. And he got just auto-drafted his entire team. I was like, okay, yeah, fantasy football. Yeah, this is all just for fun. There's no skill to it at all, I see. Okay. It's literally just all about luck, who gets hurt and who doesn't. But yeah. Laporta was a 3rd rounder? Ah, gotcha. See, Dustin saying fantasy lineup looks solid. Got Derrick Henry, your favorite Amon-Ra. Nice. Oh yeah, that's a funny one too that I was looking at. Like, I kind of got this just for fun. It's not like anything I'm doing like to try to like support my family or anything or make a bunch of money or something. But I've been making like fantasy football videos, and I was looking at like on Yahoo projections that are just like so stupid and off, essentially. Derrick Henry was projected like 14 points or something. After something, I'm like, what is this talking about, dude? Like, if Derrick Henry got that few of points, I would just be blown away. Like, he's essentially guaranteed a touchdown essentially every week. Yeah, noxious. He won the league auto-drafting, and then even after the draft, never checking his lineup or teams. And never, like, even picking people up off the waiver wire or anything. He just auto-drafted and just started whoever the computer auto-drafted all season without picking anybody up or anything. That was super cool. Super cool. Garu Dave says sports. I've heard of those. Yeah, that's like I guess I didn't mention this time, but I know not everybody's into fantasy football, but I'm into fantasy football pretty heavily, kind of, sorta, in sports. So obviously, I'm gonna talk about things that I'm interested in. Recommend making a self-infinity out of an F base or no? Yeah, if you pretty much zero, yeah. If you want to make it, usually for self-wield, they go Ethereal Scythe or Trident is the two most popular ones I've seen, but definitely just make it out of Ethereal if you're doing something like I am here with Energy Shield Nova. I just made it in the first, like, I didn't really worry about it. because your strength and dex is always higher than that anyways, but you might as well, you know. Because, like, you got to get strength on even to use a Viper Magi, you need at least 43 strength anyways. And this one's 41, so you're always going to have more strength than that on a self-wheel Infinity. Even then, so. Cyclone charges on Novasork. I didn't even realize that they were on there. Is this real? Interesting. I've never heard of anyone using those before. Let's go! And since mine's not ethereal, I can repair it. I mean, it's got to be, what was it, like a level 3 Cyclone or something? Oh, it is 21, actually. I would have to look. I wonder how much that really does for you. Cyclone armor with no synergies. Maybe auto drafting's the way. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Because what happened that year when he auto-drafted his team and won, it was like all of the old guys that everyone's like, oh, he's old, like, we're not taking him here, like, he's gonna get hurt and this and that, he's on the downside. They all did really good, never got hurt. So, just like, you got auto-drafted all the people that nobody else wanted, and they're all the people that didn't get hurt, and all the people wanted did get hurt. Crazy. Zero talking about the charges for Cyclone Armor. It says maybe it's a little more for style points than anything. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you mean the ethereal base for Infinity or the charges on the Cyclone Armor anyways, but I mean, I guess if you got them. One of those situations, if you got them, might as well use them, huh? It's still up there, see, after that round. Let's see. Guru Dave lives right by the Lions tailgate action. But you're not into football. Get into football. Never too late, am I right? You know what I need to do to test out these Cyclone Armor charges? I'd have to hop in the Worldstone Keep again. That's where I have major trouble. In here, you don't really have too much of a trouble, am I right? Come on, dummy. Came up here already. I think this is the last one, right? Oh, no. Look at that. They go forever. Pokey Pokey says these Cyclone Armor charges, some people swear by them. You never use them yourself, though. Yeah, I never did either. Now that you mention it, I kind of like, oh yeah, there was something on there. Yeah, Cyclone, that sounds about right. So I half remembered it after you said it. I barely forgot they were on there. Yeah, weird. Sleepwalking said all the washed running backs that killed it. Yeah. I don't remember. This was probably like Oh, jeez. I don't even know how long ago this was. This was like 10 years ago, too, though, when I was commissioner of this league and this happened, so. D-Gen, yeah, hopefully RNG's with me. We're hoping. So far, not so much. I usually, that's the thing too, down here, I like never find anything good pretty much. I don't really know why, just luck. I mean, it pops up and it's like the best area, so I always run it, but it just never, doesn't seem to happen for me down here. I don't know. Yeah, Dave, exactly. That's the thing too, like, even if you don't even like football that much, I mean, you don't like having a good time partying? Might as well, right? Oh man! If you use these cyclone charges too, you better not value gold. So that's 12 charges, 50k on the cyclone armor. Wild. Tailgating, a great way to get into football. True story. Go this way first. Oh, G-Stacks, of course. You don't have to like football to go to a tailgate. Get out of town. Get out of town. Jeezy had his draft Monday. Yeah, I had mine on Monday as well. That's why we started talking about what we're talking about right now. I was showing off my fantasy team a minute ago. Zabarek says, I started playing the current ladder recently. I see it, Legend online playing. So yeah, actually, I'm on offline single player here, by the way. Zabarek. So, it's actually offline single player. For redoing charges, Drunken Horror. A hell and a TP scroll, that's the recipe to erase something that's in a socket. There's an Ort, I think it's an Ort in a chip gem, I believe, repairs charges, or does that repair the gear and everything, like the armor and everything or something like that? There's one that just repairs charges, I believe, and one that repairs the gear and all the charges. I forget exactly what it is, but don't remember. I never use that though because I would rather just use the random gold that you find everywhere. Like there's 1,000 right there I just picked up on accident. You know, like I don't really worry about gold that much, to be honest. Like, you know, slay down these monsters right here and just buy auto gold pickup. There's 1,000 on accident. Whoops. You know, like I don't really worry about it. Another 3,000 right there. Some people say like too that they save orts and chip gems and to repair stuff. I'm like, good God, dude. Why would you do that? That's crazy. Actually, that cyclone armor is still up right now. When I'm not around those beetles, all that lightning that comes out, it really stays up quite a while here. Like, without getting hit down. Anybody take Shador Sanders? No, in my 10-team league, there's literally quarterbacks on the waiver wire that I'm like, if I didn't have Jaden Daniels, like, I might start those guys. On my waiver wire in this league, Trevor Lawrence is on the waiver wire. I'm trying to think. I know Stafford was, but he's not really someone you really want to start. In a pinch, you could though. I can't remember, but Trevor Lawrence was one main one that I was like, jeez. But no one took Shador Sanders. Joe Flacco's on the waiver wire. all the obvious ones, like Russell Wilson is, of course, and stuff like that. But yeah, 10-man league exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much why. And it's not super flex or anything like that. So yeah, I was totally, completely going to take a late round quarterback in my league, but it was like, nope, 6th round, I'm not. Like 5th round, nope, I'm not doing it. 6th round, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not taking a quarterback. I don't care how long Jaden Daniels, he's still there. I'm not going to take him. Or actually, I didn't even have a 6th round pick, I don't think. I traded it for in a pick swap of some kind. So the 5th round, I'm like, nope, I'm not taking him. And then the 6th round went by, no one took him. The 7th round came back, boom. I'm like, I gotta take him here. I can't wait anymore. Like, these fools are trying to make me win the league. Also, this year I'm acting a little more obnoxious about everything too. I want to have chalk trash and have a little more fun this year. So. So I didn't. The person who made that joke on Twitch, I did not get that. So yeah, Smolps over here on YouTube says, imagine if someone fell for that trick and put the hell in a portal in for like their Enigma. I didn't realize that that's what the joke was. I thought it was just, I didn't get it. I don't know. Oh my god, that is not good. Oh gosh. So I'm not going to go over it a million times, but I will pop it up just one more time. I love talking about fantasy football and stuff, but I'm not going to talk about it a long time, but this is my 10-team league. It's a 10-person, keep 3 keeper league, and I kept Bijan, Malik Neighbors, and Brian Thomas from last year. And then I drafted these other people. Jaden, Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors. You can pause and look longer if you want to. Terry McLaurin, Neighbors, Pollard, Bijan, Trey McBride, Xavier Worthy at flex. There's my bench. So one of these guys, hopefully Aaron Jones, really I hope he kind of, cross my fingers. I don't want no one to get hurt, but I hope he kind of just gets hurt and misses a lot of time, and then Jordan Mason can just be a beast. Yeah, look at these guys. Look at these guys. I usually don't, these backups, I wasn't sure. Whatever, I took Brenton Strange in the last round. I decided to. But drafted him, put him on IR, pick up Chris Rodriguez. Defense kicker, who cares? But yeah. League's pretty much over. I won already. So they're probably going to give me the prize money like tomorrow or something. When did you start this Grail, says Cody? like 5 years ago. It's been almost 2 years of me being a full-time Diablo 2 player. It's been almost 2 years straight of me magic finding for Tyraels Might and I haven't found it. Yep, full story. Double extra mega lame sauce. Only drafted one kicker, rookie mistake. I know, right? Don't have a backup kicker? Chump. Oh, God. Imagine you lose because of your defense every week. Yeah, I mean, that's literally what happened to me last year. People would have, like, the Colts defense going against, like, some other random team, and they would just accidentally get 2 pick sixes for touchdowns, you know? I was telling that story, Jingles, last year. One team I played that I lost to, the team, their kicker and defense's combined points were more than their entire starting lineup, besides that. So their kicker and defense scored more points than their quarterback, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, a flex, and a tight end all combined. And they beat me. Because of how ridiculous the point scoring is in this league. With kickers and defenses and stuff. I really don't like the point scoring, but can you cast? Swish said he drafts top kicker long before everybody else gets roasted. Yeah, they love roasting the people that take the higher kickers and defenses. I am also not on board with taking high kickers and defenses, but I don't know. Didn't work out for me last year, so. The thing is that the difference in total point scoring for a season, like look at the total points scored last year for like the 3rd place kicker and the total points scored for like the 25th place kicker, and they're like 10 points apart. Like they're almost identical because it's all random. Like it's completely 100% random. There's no rhyme or reason to it, really. Jeezy said got rid of kickers like 4 years ago. Yeah, after last season, we voted on whether to get rid of kickers or not, and out of the 10-team league, you got to have 6 guys, so it's got to be like a super majority, a 60%, you know? 5 guys voted they wanted to keep kickers in the league. Some people, that's the only way they can win, so. They just need to have that randomness in there to overpower, you know, their mistakes. Jingle's saying Aubrey could average 20 points because Dallas is going to stink. To be honest, it's actually the opposite. Usually the best kickers, and usually it's not a huge disparity like I said, but if the games, if they're like super far behind, like 2 touchdowns and stuff like that, often, they're going to go for it on 4th down when it's like 4th and 8 on like the 30-yard line or something, instead of kicking a whatever field goal and getting those points for your kicker. They're going to actually go for it and either probably not get it, and then you'll actually get less field goals that way. So it's always annoying when you need a couple more points and and it's like 4th and like 9, but the team has to go for it, you know, because they're down by 2 touchdowns with like 8 minutes left. You know? The number 14 running back or the number 2 kicker? Yeah, definitely. Whoa! Come on. The 14th kicker? Oh my gosh, my guy got wrecked. Oh my god, yeah, the 14th running back? Ooh, yeah. That'd help your team way more than the kicker, for sure. Streaming defenses, Sleepwalking says. What you're planning on doing this season? I mean, that's pretty much what I'm doing. I mean, I have San Francisco. They have a pretty weak lineup of games to start the season. And actually, they have I think, the 3rd easiest schedule in the league in general. Just all bad teams. Like, they play, this week they got, I think it's Seattle, which is so-so, not the greatest, but not bad. I think they have the Saints next week. Then they have, like, Carolina. Then they have, like, I don't remember who's after that, but it's like, oh, I didn't have the Cyclone armors on. That's what happened. Yeah. Exactly what happened. Oh, my gosh. Almost got one shot by this beetle. Plague pox. The unclean. Forever unclean. Look at this flying scimitar getting after it over here after me. Jeez. Yeah, I almost got ripped. True story. I mean, when your mercenary gets ripped out that fast, I mean, it really tells you how much damage you're taking there. You know, the mercenary gets ripped before the life drop even registers on his bar up here. Got a rough roll on auras there. Hansen led the Lions in scoring multiple years. I do remember that. He is the all-time leading scorer in franchise history, so. What is going on? I was like, where's this champ at, bro? Couldn't find him. Make sure we got our battle ores going. Don't want that to run out. Cyclone armor, the fill protection program. So yeah, so I barely survived, yeah. The Mercenary would have had cyclone armor, he'd have been fine. I think I cleared most everything. Mustang says don't take an alliance kicker because Campbell always goes for it. Yeah, Jake Bates. Not a bad analysis right there, to be perfectly honest. And even with that, like, quote unquote analysis or whatever, like I was saying before, like, kickers are so random and pointless that it's like there's almost no point into even looking into what makes one better than the other. Arizona against the Saints is what you're starting the year. If you're streaming, yeah, it's not a bad choice to plan on the streaming thing. Yeah, I don't generally, I try not to like full-blown stream like that like every week because it's almost like a situation of when they zig you zag type of situation. Everybody tries to stream defenses. So in my league, like so many people try to stream, and you got to know like what your league mates want to do and stuff, so you can like, you know, prepare for it. The league loves to stream defenses and quarterbacks. There was like last year there was a point where 3 different teams had 4 quarterbacks on their team because they had the quarterback that they want to start this week, they had the quarterback they wanted to start next week, they had the quarterback they wanted to start in a good matchup the week after that. So like at certain points, like there's gonna be no quarterbacks on the waiver wire. They do the same thing with defenses. When it gets close to the playoffs, if the people think they're like for sure in the playoffs, and they'll cut all of their people on their bench that are like depth pieces, you know, even if it's like a starting running back, but they're not going to start them, they'll cut them and pick up a defense that's like has a really good matchup for like the first week of the playoffs, and then pick up a different defense that has a great matchup for the second week of the playoffs, and it's wild. So look at the waiver wire, they'll be just like starting running, or like guys that like split carries, we'll say. Like this year, how like Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones are expected to split carries. If that like continues, and that's kind of how it is, people will just cut them and they'll be on the waiver wire. And I'll be like, I can't add all these people because I have like Bijan Robinson, I got Tony Pollard starting, and I got this other starting running back, and I got 2 other starting running backs, but like there's all these guys in the waiver wire I could just start, and they might even get more points than my starters. But I just can't pick up all these guys, and they cut everybody to pick up all these defenses and stuff. It's crazy. I don't know. It's almost hard to like deal with, to be perfectly honest. Ooh, where'd my? Oh, dang! Energy shield disappeared on me. I need you to tell me which Jacksonville running back to start. Boy. It's gonna be one of the 2 veterans there. I'm not a big fan of Etienne, I'll tell you that much. But they benched Etienne last year. I mean, if I had to choose Bigsby, but I wouldn't really want to start either one, to be honest. You cut the defense to pick up another sleepwalker. Yeah, that's what a normal sane person would do. But you can't do that in this league because, like I said, there's no defenses to pick up. You'll look and they'll just be nobody. Like they'll be like the Saints defense, and that's it. It's crazy. Just bananas. And the same thing can happen with quarterback. What's your MF? Let me look real quick, I guess. I forgot. We're at 260 at the moment. So Novasork's a little bit harder to stack up Magic Find if you want to have any sort of kill speed at all, really, on high players count. So appreciate Alex Brinkman. Good luck on the Tyraels Might Hunt. Appreciate you. I need all the luck I can get. This just ain't happening. Poor Boys up here a minute ago said his strategy is dome kickers. Yeah, that's a strat that I've heard, like a method, or what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, yeah, I'm still on board with it, you know, bit of an exaggeration, in my opinion, you know, each their own. Hopefully that works out for you. I used to think that too, but the more I've been looking at the kickers, that every season it's just like, it's completely random who does the best and stuff, so. Daryl has a 1 in 50,000 chance of dropping Tyraels Might. Is that good? So you're saying there's a chance. Oh, Matt Barker, most likely for Oculus. I don't know this is really a most likely. It's really more uncommon of an item than it really would seem. Because, some, you know, it just has a lower demand online, so it's cheaper to trade for because people don't like it. But being a class-specific item, I feel like I don't find them that often. So somebody, I see DJN kind of helped, said summon are good chances. Yeah, if the drop odds calculator says so, I'd believe it. I just kind of find them randomly around, and I don't really have a good spot beyond, you know, pretty much what DJN said there. Why? I figure out why I'm so hungry. I ate lunch today. What's going on? Ooh, make sure I get my Cyclone armor on. Don't want to get destroyed here. You know what I should look into? How much hit recovery do I got? 20. Probably wish I had a little bit more, to be honest. One of the more annoying things. Cast already. You can hit 656 Wolf Howl good. I mean, those all go to 6, right? So I think so. There's like 5 other things that can roll on it too, but yeah, I mean, I think that's really good. Double socketed. If I just did Duriel non-stop for those 2 years, I'd have Tyraels Might right now. Allegedly. That's not even guaranteed either. I promise you that based upon the statistical numbers and the number of monsters I've killed over the last 2 years, I should have found Tyraels Might already. But the way odds work, as I'm sure everybody's aware, some people are above that number and some people are below. Unfortunately, I am the above. For every person that finds a Tyraels Might, like on their first playthrough of the game ever, there's some guy out there that doesn't find Tyraels Might for like, I thought, oh, this is my 47th unique sacred armor. No, it's Templars again. Why? There's a guy like that out there. And for every one time someone who finds Tyraels Might right off the bat and they don't even realize that it's so rare, there's a guy like me out there. Just gonna make it ever more sweeter when I do find it. Don't forget YouTube, if you guys didn't hit the like button yet, make sure you guys do that for me. Help a brother out. Mustang said he's 7 Templars deep himself, huh? Yeah. The struggle's real, I'm telling you. First only Zod in the Tombs Terror Zone a couple months back. Yeah, Zod's, I think Zod's even more rare than Tyraels Might, isn't it? I'm not mistaken. Which is crazy, I found 3 Zod runes in the same time that I haven't found a Tyraels Might, so... If you wait, it turns some green. I can't prove that it doesn't. So... Oh! Perfect! Mara's. Boom! Oh, no. Maybe next time. D-Gen, shut your dirty mouth. He says his first Sacred Armor he found was a Tyraels Might. One of those people. Thanks a lot. So it's you that have thrust this evil upon me of not finding Tyraels Might. Boo this man. Just kidding. Just kidding. Congrats on that one, I suppose. That's one of those ones you find Tyraels Might and you're like, okay, I just started my Holy Grail. First item off the list. Check. Tyraels Might. Three Zod runes. Thought I only had 2. Nope. I found. I got 3 of them now. The thing is, too, though, is that one of them was online, though. But a while back, technically, I said I would allow myself that if I found Grailers online, I would count them because I was getting to the point to where I didn't want to accidentally find one of the rarest Grailers in the game and be like, no, it doesn't count, no. So I said, all right. Just for my own funsies, since this is like a self-imposed challenge, if I find like Tyraels Might or something online, I'm gonna count it. That way I'm not like freaking out, 'cause, you know, you're picking up what I'm laying down. But yeah, I actually found 2 Zod runes like in a month. Chico. Oh my gosh. BC says going to the Lions-Packers game this weekend. Crazy. Enjoy. Prediction? Boy, I don't know. I'm not good at predictions. I'm gonna go. Lions are definitely winning. (24-18) Lions. Lock and loaded, guaranteed. Get your checkbook out. Hit the sports book. Make your money. Cody says, great item luck. Can't find a rune higher than this, though. That's crazy. That's wild. Keep plugging away. Could be a situation of maybe, maybe not. No way for me to tell, I guess, but sometimes if people, if you do a lot of Andy meth farming or something like that. Green Bay upset incoming. Garen filled. I guarantee it. Just like I guarantee a Tyraels might find today. I take that back. I guarantee it even more. Mostly TZ monsters. Gotcha. Cody needs to farm some arcane, says Bardock. General Bardock here on Twitch said he's been getting some good luck out there at arcane. Just snagged a goal. CDI. Nice. Little lunch break slaying for you. D-Genesis found his Tyraels might before D2R came out. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, it is shocking that I literally was doing a different Holy Grail and never found Tyraels might for like 2 years before D2R came out. And then D2R came out, and I still, the entire time almost the entire time D2R has been out, I've been full-time content creator, and I haven't found Tyraels might. That is pretty shocking, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, Marty says there's always those people that get their Tyraels on their first Sacred Armor. Don't get why people say it's hard to find. Right. Those people. Yeah, the crazy thing too is, and this is obviously just anecdotal for me, how this is going right here, down in the terrorized tombs. This is how it goes for me always. I have found nothing. Just nothing. No runes, no unique items in the terror zones. I almost feel like the terror zones have worse drop odds than regular 85 areas, like legit. Except for TZ Andy, of course. Those schmucks G-stacks is what I mean. That's what I mean by those people. Is a unique more rare than a set? You said a lot more rare? I don't know a lot. But yeah, I think I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly. I think it might depend on the item, possibly. But I'm pretty sure unique items in general are more rare than the set ones to drop. Like the items that have a set and a unique item for both. Such as, like, it's much more common, like, the number of Immortal King's armors you find, as opposed to Templar's mites and Tyraels mites. Am I going to any Alliance games? Probably not. No, they're just too expensive for me. My wife did look at some games that were like a little bit cheaper, and then we'd have to go. We obviously have kids and stuff too, so other stuff to think of. But the home games for the Alliance are like last row are like expensive. So set diadems versus unique, right? Yeah, I think that's a good point, yeah. True story. I do believe the set is the Mavina's diadems more common than the Griffin's Eye. Sunder Charms seem to drop, yeah, the Sunder Charms, they just fall everywhere, yeah. I really wish they didn't make them so insanely high drop odds, but just my opinion on it. Dead King up a minute ago saying, not a content creator, but the same place as you, only need Tyraels to complete the Grail. I have found 11 Templars. Yeah, so we're exactly in the same spot, pretty much. Yeah, I found 11 Templars, and one of them was a Tyrael, so we're like dead nuts even. Crazy talk. Just craziness. You think all these monsters, as I'm on player 7 here, just items dropping everywhere. You think at least I'd get a rune down here or something. Ancient Ka, the Soulless. He's like a super unique, isn't he? I feel like that name is familiar. It's funny how the Lions tickets are still expensive somehow, even during their worst year. Even back during the 0-16. Yeah, I definitely don't remember for sure. I don't go to many Lions games, so... because they're so expensive. The last one I went to was probably like 10 years ago. And I think that it was like midway up the upper bowl. And they were like 90 bucks or something. For like a no-name game against like Arizona, like the Cardinals or something. I don't even remember who, but... Deathweaver the Unclean. Missed a Grand Charm. No way. Yeah, unfortunately I do that from time to time, and I don't know exactly where it was, so I'll just skip it, I guess. But I do mean to pick them up, but yeah, if I miss them, I usually don't go back for them because, yeah, whoopsie. They're always bad anyways. Don't underestimate the Thanksgiving Day game. Lots of eyes on that game. Maybe I missed the context on that one. Morpheus saying just watch the games at home. Might as well. Yeah. That's the general one. Or, you know, go out to a bar somewhere, you know. Go out to a bar and, you know, sit down, order a pizza, get a beer, you know. Have like 30 games on all the different TVs all around you. That's my go-to. It sounds like cheesy, you know, like, oh, we're gonna go to some chain place or whatever. But honestly, like, going to Buffalo Wild Wings is like the goat. They have their Buffalo Wild Wings Wild Herd beer or whatever. It used to be $3 for a tall. Now it's $4 for a tall, but that's still cheap. A 24-ounce beer for $4. But you get their beer for $4 and get to, you know, sit down and watch the game for 4 hours, just putting those back. Mustang says last Lions game he went to was in the Silverdome. Nice. So that was a day or two ago, you say, huh? Yeah, the Silverdome got sold for basically nothing. Yeah, it's true. And the crazy thing was like a year or two before that, someone offered to pay like a ton of money for it. Not a ton, but like a lot of money compared to what we would think anyways. And they turned it down, and this, for some reason, this and that. And then it ended up like going into like bankruptcy even worse or something. And then they ended up just having to liquidate it for like next to nothing. Yeah. They could have got like $100 million or $200 million more for it or something like a year before. Maybe my numbers are off, but something like that. How many IK armors are you at? Joy, I have no idea. 100 probably? No, probably not 100, but probably like 70. Like, no joke. There's been several when I've done like 250 pit runs or something, and I found like 4 Immortal King's armors and stuff like that, or 1,000 Thresh Socket runs, and I pull, you know, 3 Immortal King's armors. It happens all the time. Small charm. How am I missing so many charms? We're only at like 3,400 on the top end there. I got all, I put all MF charms in here. So, a little on the low side for Nova, but... G-Stacks. Not true. Can't be true. JD Spencer saying you think it sold for under $1 million? Oh. Well, still. Yeah, I'd have to Google it, but... yeah, some astronomically different number. Can't even get an Nist rune. It's got to drop as an it. I guess that's true, G-Stacks. Last game you went to was in the Biodome. Maybe. Maybe. Act 1, Hell with the Strafes on. That's fun stuff, you say? Never been much of a Boazon player of any kind, really. Well, back in like 2001 I was, I guess. But 157, man. This entire... I haven't found nothing in Towel's Tombs or in the Worldstone Keep when I was running that. We're gonna have the Forgotten Tower here. I bet you I'll find more in the Forgotten Tower here in a minute.
Where can I take you?
Jeezy said the people on YouTube telling you who to trade for right after the draft is so cringe. Yeah, I kind of think that too. Like, you just drafted your team. Like, who would honestly trade? I don't know. Like, you'd have to give me something ridiculous for someone to trade for the players I have. Super weird, JD, right? Super weird. But hey, you got to make content to pay the bills, am I right? Hokey pokey. Don't find Tyraels without me. I'll see what I can do. You know what? I'm just going to stand up for a little bit. No treadmill, just standing up. Honestly, before I started streaming, I was like, man, my back's kind of annoying me. So, we'll stand up for a little. Come up to my get on my level. I gotta get my gaming shoes on. Hold on. What's the next TZ? It is Forgotten Tower, which, is it great? Not really. It's Act 1, though. As long as you watch out for archers, you're fine. I got my Cyclone armor here, so we'll be fine. This is an offline single player anyways. Black Marsh. Says 1 minute. We'll see how long we got here. Where's tower's way over here. Jeez.
This place holds many secrets.
The subworlds in Act 5 never worth it, you read? So subworlds, you mean like through the red portals and stuff? Yeah, I would highly recommend not do that. Highly recommend. I've never ran the Countess on this character. How about that? Get on the treadmill. Yeah, no, I went to the gym earlier. I did like 35 minutes on the Stairmaster, so... we'll just stand for a little bit. Just kind of switch it up, you know. Maybe raise the desk up a little bit. Don't want my bald-ass head covering the chat, right? There we go. Is it going to change? The longest minute ever. Geez, the 1 minute before the Terror Zone changes is like... It's like the last 10 minutes at school, you know? Waiting for the bell to ring. Or at work, waiting to leave. Talrune. Best thing I found so far is Rals and Tals for crafting. Jeezy says, gotta get that epidural, gotta get that Micah Parsons. Yeah. Smeagol, welcome in. Marty says, lies. The Act 5 portals are hoarding all of the Tyrael mites. Hey, I can't prove that they're not. One of those situations. Huh? Can't prove they are not. Oh. Roger Goodell says, Mrs. Kelsey, a possibility for the halftime show for the Super Bowl. Oh my gosh. The outrage if Taylor Swift was the Super Bowl halftime. I just got that update on my phone from the Score app, you know. sports app. Thank you for the important sportsman news here. The outrage in the country if Taylor Swift performed at halftime. My God. uh,
I am overburdened.
yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Swift. Kind of funny. Obviously, they're going to keep their own names when you're, you know, celebrities for sure, but funny stuff. Skunk Ape talking about Tyraels might probably in the icy cellar. Ah, yeah. Not once again. I guess I'm never going to find it, huh? Guess I'm never going to find it. Smeagol finally got that first Shaco, says up a minute ago there. Congrats on that. Oh, this is why I always say make sure you hit all of the poppables. Just kidding. I never do usually, but I decide to hit these ones and boom. Umrune. ICP for performing at halftime and hand out Fago Pop. Soda. That'd be legendary. Let's go! You know what? I haven't found one of these in a long time. But just after the Umrune, I am, after all, king of the Tyraels armors. But it's actually been a minute since I found one of these. Been a little bit. Let's go! Yeah, JD, it'd have to be Rock and Rye. Rock and Rye is the most iconic thing from Fago for sure. The thing is I don't need those anymore. So it does pain me on single player. That purple armor just chilling there. You might think it's a rattle cage. No. Yeah, unfortunately, I got to toss her out. CDI says still need Tyraels armor. Yeah, I didn't find one for a long time, and then the very first one I found. Oh my gosh, these poppables, man. I don't need codes though. The first Tyraels armor I found in Ancient Tunnels back in the day. This is LOD days. I found I did 250 Ancient Tunnel runs. I found 3 of them, and I actually found the Tyraels armors. I found 2 of them on back-to-back runs, and then I found another one about 70 runs later. But literally, the first one I found, on the very next run, I found another one. Ekran said he just found his Tyraels armor yesterday. Took him a while. Congrats on that. Matt said he traded a 5-socketed ethereal crystal sword for a Maul. Then the Maul for the Shaco. A 5-socketed crystal sword to some guy who's just like, sure, I'll give you a Maul, whatever. Just give me what I need. Yeah, online is crazy like that sometimes. People just, you know, yeah, Mal, whatever, just get out of here. I want to get my thing, get on with it. My blood will not be boiling, lady, actually. 2 of the same time. Bardock, big fan ICP. Love from the perform at halftime, huh? How many J mods have you found? Gee, he said he's up to 5 J mods on single player. I haven't found that many. I assume that's a joke. Of course, I've never found one before. Morganol saying kind of similar thing as me. Finding his Tal's armor the next day, finding another one after it took him so long to find it first. Yeah, funny how that happens, huh? Funny how that happens. 2 o'clock here. Matt said I seen a JMod trade for 20 jaw. Yeah, they're insanely rare. Insanely. I've only ever known / seen or whatever a couple of people that had found one or kind of like crafted or rolled one or whatever. Actually, I think there's only one person I really know that ever found one. Someone who played a lot. Warlock, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. 5-hour stream, right? Wasn't planning on it. Not 5 hours is the top end of my range. That's for sure. Under normal circumstances. I want to do at least 3. I'm getting crazy hungry though. I did eat dinner or lunch a little bit early today, but
Impossible.
it's only on the OnlyFills page. Yeah, true story. Raced, not true. Says I'm only streaming till midnight. No, no, no. Yeah, a lot of people got that. Someone was asking what a JMod was. Yeah. What everyone said there, true story. Jeweler's Monarch, a deflecting. It's just kind of a well-known, like, it's a magic blue Monarch that rolls with 4 sockets on it. The Jeweler's mod and deflecting, which is what, block rate and block chance. Just kind of a well-known magic item that's worth like a ton that nobody ever finds because it's so rare. Like, I don't know for sure what the odds of finding one was, but the amount of time it takes to find, we'll say, Tyraels Might relative to a JMod, I bet you a JMod for the average, you know, statistical probability of getting one is probably like 5 or 10 times more rare to get than a Tyraels Might. Like, and that's just like a guess. Like, it's just significantly even more rare and uncommon to get than something like Tyraels Might. Summoning Fury. Yep, worth many jaws and it's a blue item. True story. It's those PvP people, man. They're lunatics. They'll pay anything for stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's just such a... The item's so rare and people want it, right? So it's kind of what it is. Supply and demand. See, Travis said he only saw one for sale this season. Gotcha, yeah. I never really looked, so I don't know how often they do go up for sale or whatever, but... CDI says, never even seen a jaw. Unfortunate, unfortunate. Vasily. I mean, if you're talking about some mod for D2R, no, I would not be playing any of those. The mods for D2R, this is my opinion. Don't like them. They always jump the shark. They change way too much stuff, and they make the game like worse than it even is. So, this is my opinion. A lot of people like those mods, really enjoy them. More power to them. Not my thing. Personally, really, for me, I don't... I mean, I wish that there like wasn't bots in the game, but they don't affect me in like any way. Like, literally at all. I don't do a lot of trading. I just play with people online. So, the bots really don't even affect me when I play ladder. Donald. I don't know if it's because of that. You've seen it for more expensive. Could be, though. I can't prove it. Matt said that what he heard is 1 in 15,000 is a J-mod. Talking about Magic Monarchs. Yeah, I still don't really have a base of, like... I more so just go off of, like, how much they trade for and how often you'll see them, you know. So I was kind of guessing on the numbers I threw out there, like being so much more rare than a Tyraels might, but definitely believe it to be true. Frog Mike said he got a couple of Griffins at the beginning of the season. Nice. 2 in the first week. Ooh. Yeah, that really set me up one time for one season. I think I was a Fist of the Heavens Paladin, and I popped the Griffins on like the 2nd or 3rd day, and it rolled almost perfect. It was like 1% off on both rolls. Matt, no. Don't do what you're saying right there. If you have if you have a Monarch of Deflecting and you take it to Larzik, it will either get 1 or 2 sockets. And you need it to roll with 4 sockets to be a J-mod. So Larzicking a blue Monarch of Deflecting would not be advisable. I would actively say do not do that under any circumstance. None. Price, yo, thank you for the $2 super.
Price _X donated $2 through super chat. Happy birthday to Price, says Sweet Phil.
Interesting. So you're saying it's your birthday, huh? If that's what you're saying, happy birthday, Price, and thank you for the $2 super chat. Oh, appreciate you. Where these monsters at? Found them. Happy birthday, Price. Hopefully you have a good one. Full of gold. No large charm. I ain't picking that garbage up. You're working, huh? Well, is what it is, I guess. No, hokey pokey. Not my birthday. It's Price's birthday. Price. Pokey Pokey says, part of me wishes you could TCP games in D2R. Yeah, they have their reason for not doing it, and I guess I'll just have to believe them. But that made everything easier for private servers and stuff, and people like that kind of stuff. I guess there's a large group of people that do so. Oh, sorry, I didn't see this comment up here from Boris Warlock. Yeah, someone said their Moat Trick Mephisto. Totally. You really shouldn't have... You should be able to, with pretty much any sorceress, be able to Andy and Meph. If your Fireball... You said your Hydra Orb. Shoot out the Hydras at... Or, you can probably drop the Hydras first, but... Take the Orb to take out the Carvers and stuff, and... kind of run around in a circle while the Hydras, like, rip out Andy. Should be able to get that done. And then Moat Tricking Mephisto, like somebody mentioned, I seen. You just look up what Moat Tricking Mephisto is if you don't know what that is. Maybe you never had heard of it or whatever. Any character can kill... Any character has any sort of ranged attack can easily kill Mephisto without any danger of getting killed at all. Dun-dun-dun. Gad King, yeah, Frozen Orb's pretty cool. I mean, it's not the best, most powerful skill in the game or anything, but it's good and it works. For sure. Orb with no cast delay. Just machine gunning orbs out there. Right? 200 FCR, no delay orb sork. Good God. Or Blizz, Ekron says. Gotcha. It's kind of a neat one there. You know, they both have a delay, but they don't overlap. They changed that a little while back, so you can drop a blizzard, shoot an orb, drop a blizzard, shoot an orb, drop a blizzard, shoot an orb. Maybe even 2 orbs. I kind of forget. I haven't played it in a while. I did a video back in the day where I what did I do? I think I did like 300 Ancient Tunnel runs or something, and every 100 runs I would do a different cold build. Something like that. Frost Nova. Then one time I went Blizzard Orb, and then I just went the standard Blizzard with Ice Blast for single target. Keep deactivating. Lame sauce. Orb the same cast speed as lightning. Well, that would be if they fully got rid of the delay on it. And then you can just shotgun it like that. Or just machine gun it. I mean, it's already not too far off from that, to be honest. I think Frozen Orb's fine where it is. Lucky for me, Blizzard does whatever I tell them to, so... Anything I tell them, they do it. Yeah, it's okay. Nah, I won't worry about it. Ooh, interesting. Rare amulets are almost, they're tough to be better than a caster amulet nowadays. Frog Mike says, Firewall Orb was fun back when it had the the Firewall used to double tick damage or something, right? When there was a little glitch when they first changed something on it. I mean, Firewall still works really good, so. Still works pretty good. A lot of strength required. Gotta check the Ogre Malls. Oh. Archers, just what I wanted to see. Full Werebear Druid through hell. I have not. I have not. One time I was, I think on a season start or something, I was like, oh, I'm going to be different here. I'm going to do the werewolf all the way through or something. I can't remember exactly why. And I got like, with a full group, I got to like the catacombs or something in Act 1. I was like, this is terrible. And I respect out of it. Like, I was like, I can't do this. So I'll be right back. Just give me 30 seconds. I'm actually getting like crazy hungry. I want to stream for a little bit longer, so I'm going to go grab a snack in just like 30 seconds. Some low-calorie peanuts. Wow. That tastes good. Every once in a while, get hungry. Usually not one of those people that eat on stream, but hey, I'm wasting away here. Straight from the bottle, you monster. That was a bit much, you're right. Probably shouldn't do that. $640s come out. One of these years. Yep, I already talked to him. That I was gonna go get it here and when he gets home or whatever. Right, DJ? Yeah, low calorie peanuts, just peanuts cut in half. Yeah, in general, I feel like peanuts not the lowest calorie drink. Good though. Come on, Tyraels, you can do it. No, that was my wife telling me she was going to an appointment. Alex said about a month ago, first ever Sacred Armor, and it was blue. Thanks a lot, Alex. You're the one that ruined it for me. For every person that finds their first one is a blue one. It makes it longer for me to find the one I'm looking for. Great. My goodness, I'm like starving. Art, welcome in. Caught me in the middle of snack time. Obi, welcome in. Uh-oh. The only thing to worry about down here is every once in a while, look at the Merc almost got wrecked by them archers. They're a problem. Appreciate you, Clark. YouTube bids are fire, you say? Ooh. Appreciate you. Griffin's drop is going to be like your Tyraels. Still haven't found one. M. Riley says. Griffin's definitely was one that took me a long time too. And then since then I've probably found like 10 of them. Keep plugging away. I got faith in you. Not a mukbang stream. Get out of town, guys. Streamers are always, you know, if you stream so many hours, you gotta eat something, right? Just ate my lunch a little early today. I'm like wasting away here, so if I drop anywhere below 140, I start to get hungrier. My weight, so or 240, I mean, 140. I haven't weighed 140 since like first grade. Oh, another one over here. Almost missed it. You guys would have been real mad if I hadn't got that. At the Templar, says Brad. Yeah, I got one of those too. One of those too. Ooh. Smelps, team haven't found Tyraels Might yet. It's a cool team. Ooh, better believe it. I thought you had just found yours recently, though. Maybe I missed seeing a post or something. Northeast up, he's probably found 6 or 8 unique Sacred Armors, all Templars too. Yeah, you're like almost on path there. Hopefully you don't get too high on that number, like mine's starting to get to. Have not, you say? Okay, gotcha. I must have misread something. First time for everything, right? Ah. Alex's trick to getting it is from TZ Andy trash mobs. Definitely hit TZ Andy anytime I can, that's for sure. You know, the more I think about it, it would be like so cool if I found Tyraels Might. Just like way cool. It would just be awesome. That I find Mask of Horror. This map here, this level is kind of like low on density and large in size, which is unfortunate. Oh well. Let's see, some people talking about, I think, high runes. A few people say Arcane Sanctuary. Some people saying the Ghosts in the Chaos Sanctuary. Yeah, both are good options. Arcane Sanctuary is just kind of easy too, is a thing. Chaos Sanctuary, if you have like a not great character, it's quite a bit more difficult. Bale runs holding the Tyraels Might hostage. I was just doing some terrorized World Stone Keep there and Bale runs and stuff. Yeah, so it turns out one of the problems too with that is why the Bale waves are so bad at magic finding. They're like super unique monsters, but they only drop one item. So really they're like worse than running other things. You pretty much have to take their odds and like split it in half. Is the real drop odds. And also, you can't use find item on them because their bodies disappear, so... Wait, was there a... No, he was not a champ. Wasting my time. Get away from these bums. L rune, thank you. Can't even give me a good rune, bro. This lady. Oops. Don't tell anybody. Ray saying you down from 355 to 230. Dang, dude. Congrats on that. That's gotta be not easy to do. I'm like stereotypical guy. Yeah. Every 5 years I gain another 5 pounds type of thing. Really, if I just like didn't drink so many beers and stuff, I'd probably instantly, I'd just drop like 15 pounds in like a couple of months with no extra effort. Struggle's real. Eating off the floor. I dropped a peanut on the floor. Great. About to get roasted. Someone's about to turn that into a short and just roast me. Who's got the kind of money to waste a peanut? Come on. Gonna be the thing that ends my career right there. See, Alex went up 45 targe on single player, trying to decide if I should roll for 3 sockets. I mean, if you need 3 sockets, it's not a bad option, I guess. I must miss what shield you were making though with 3. One in a million chance from Lister. Is that good? You got 5 waves though. No good. 5-second rule legit. I mean, it depends what you drop. If you drop a cupcake top down, you're not picking that up and eating it. You drop like a Skittle on a hardwood floor that you know regularly sweep. Like it, what's the big deal? Am I right? I'm standing by this, fellas. Okay. $42 to life. No skill. No printing today. Yeah, Wednesday, maybe Friday. My gosh. Oh, I think my battle orders ran out. These archers, bro. No joke. You gotta pay attention. Had my cyclone armor on. Ice cream dropped in sand, 0-second rule. Yeah. Yeah, beach ice cream? That's a no for me, dog. Yeah, Marty, I can't sacrifice that kind of moolah. Ooh, do it. I'm gonna zod it, I mean. Now it was more like if I wasn't gonna eat it, then I'd have to do something else with it. And that sounded like more work. At least I got a Row Rune, I guess. Terry Crew on Everybody Hates Chris. No, I never seen that. Or I guess I heard of it or whatever, but yeah, no. Again. I can Zod my half a peanut? What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Ko-Rune. Bummy Ko-Rune. Proper build for an item find barb? Well, the item find barb by itself, like, I guess you're asking, like, what type of, like, attack is essentially the one that goes. I guess when most people would refer to item find barb, they usually are talking about like a Zerker, like Berserk barb. But I feel like they're kind of our more specific names, you know, like the Singer Barb, the Zerker Barb, Frenzy Barb, Whirlwind Barb. Oh boy. Hold up! Good, 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 good. But I feel like usually it's the Berserker because you can have that offhand to stack up like a bazillion Magic Vine. $29 Dexterity. Cashews all the way. They're even more expensive though. Who can afford cashews in this economy, am I right? Dollar, you say you want to make one for next ladder find item type of barb. Yeah, I will forewarn you though. Barbarians early on in ladder, like you're obviously going to play through with a team. You're essentially a support character for your team, battle orders and like whatnot. You're not going to be able to do a lot of damage on the playthrough, and it's very tough with budget gear early on in ladder. So, not telling you not to do it, but just letting you know. Vortex, we'll check her even though 25. Northeast got a Raven Lore from Chaos. Okay. Good old Raven Lore. Matt says the cashews are more expensive because they're actual nuts. Yeah, I forget how it's worded or whatever. Peanuts are like I don't even know really. Are peanuts more closely related to like potatoes or something since they grow underground? It's a legume and not a nut. You're a legume. Roasted. Captain Chaos, congrats on the low rune find. Boom. Don't leap with a hammered in your party? Well, it depends. Yeah, when you have a hammered in with no teleport, trying to hit stuff with hammers. Definitely times the leap come in handy, I'll tell you that much. When they're like, this room's dead, we just need to make a new game, and then I go in there. Ruh, ruh, ruh. I do drink coffee, yeah. Yep. Gegamoja. No, so set items cannot be ethereal. Phil is now pro change guy. From here on out, I decree set items should be able to roll ethereal. Also, unique items that are indestructible should also be able to roll ethereal. Mantis up here a minute ago. Welcome in, welcome in. Yo, yo. True story, Marty. I'll start playing the mods so I can get that stuff. Alrighty. Still sitting his fat butt down again. The monster says you never heard anyone say Barb is king at reset before. Some people just love it. If you love going out and just going right at Trav. I'm not a big fan of Trav, but
I am overburdened.
Dullard said he agrees immunity is removed. Yeah. I don't mind the whole immunity thing like as much as everybody else does. I think it's an interesting part of the game. I think I missed part of the combo, but somebody said peanuts go with anything, like the peanut butter, peanut flavor. I mean, peanut butter does go with a lot of stuff. I've had like cheeseburgers with peanut butter on them and stuff. You know, the fancy craft burgers at places and whatnot. I heard peanut butter and chocolate goes together pretty good. That's what I hear. Marty said he's going Barb this next upcoming season. Didn't do it because that's what I was doing last season. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do this next season. Maybe I'll be boring and go with like a sorceress or something again. Ooh, we all know it is. You know what? I got a good feeling about this one right now. 3 skills, max on the lightning damage with Nova. Oh, Nova's armor, so I'm thinking of the wrong thing. But not max on the lightning damage. I don't know what I was thinking about the skill. Rough roll. Real rough roll. We'll cut that part out for the video. It'll look fine. Phil mixes up 2 items that don't have the that's not how it works, Phil. Never remember. That's a very specific thing to ask if somebody has. Very specific. Wait, life mana. Didn't they? Oh yeah, no, they can. Very specific. Oh! Ah, battlers ran out again. Job, Phil! Unbelievable. Yeah, I was thinking about the fused unique. Yeah, we had both of them though. The shoot is Armus for sure.
The sisterhood welcomes.
Hmm. All you need on pepper. Retro Nerd Life says, all you need on your steak is crack and pepper. What? I must have misread that. You put crack on your steak? I read it fine. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I read it fine. Might be good. I don't know. I've never tried it. Battle orders on a Sork. So there's a rune word called Call to Arms that I have. Generally, if you have like the best gear in the game, you want to have it on every character except for Barb, of course. You already got it, but yeah, they said crack black pepper. Yeah, let's this one right here. Whoever's asking, so he's got battle orders. May Moon. Addicted to steak in no time. Yeah. If I did that just in no time, I would be like eating my steak rare just because I couldn't wait for it to cook any longer. Throw it on there. Get it off already. I need it. What's taking so long to cook the steak? Sucks for you. Got yourself a High Lord. Hopefully that's something you needed. It sounds like it was. Congrats on that. Little High Lords from Andy at lunch. Is this offline? Yeah, I'm offline single player. Yep. Right, G-Stacks? Speaking of things that would never happen. Never happen. Almost 3 o'clock already. Man, what is going on? These drops today have been slow. Yeah, anything about steaks, G-Stack, he's back into chat like that. Anytime I want G-Stacks out of chat. Yeah.
What you need?
Allards on the Fury Druid makes sense right there. All right, come on, tower. Come on. I think there's some Garbo Terrazone next too. Crystalline Passage, Frozen River. Ugh. Ooh, wait. Terrorize Frozenstein? Let's go. Heard he's the GOAT. Oh my gosh, this guy. Playing tricks on me over here. The Loki dope going on. Retro Nerd Life said he's a cook, likes listening to different food takes. Boy, you're in the right spot then. Get us talking about steaks over here. Personally, I wouldn't touch anything that wasn't at least medium well. Get a nice prime rib, medium well. It's a primo way to pump up the numbers in the algorithm, you know, for the interaction on the comments. Just say that you like your steak like cooked more than medium rare. Everyone just spam in the chat. Oh my god! Ugh! You might as well eat your own shoe. What does a person say that orders their steak well done? Nothing, because they're still chewing. No, but legit though. I'm medium. That's where it's at. Medium's where it's at. I'm not gonna lie though, if I had to choose between somebody undercooking it and someone overcooking it, I would rather have them overcook it, to be perfectly honest. With the exception of if they undercook it, you could always cook it more. Once it's overcooked, you can't uncook it, right? You can always cook it more. Very difficult anyways. Well done steaks. Ooh. Marty knows what's up. Gosh, that is just one of the absolute channel classics right there. Pokey Pokey pulled up the drop odds for me. 1 in 230,000 from Tyraels from Frozenstein. The thing is, too, is he's a super unique. And he doesn't... So, super uniques you can item find as long as the super unique doesn't complete a quest when you kill them. Or anything like that. So I'm pretty sure you should be able to item find Frozenstein too. So he'll drop 2 items, take them out, then he'll drop 2 more. All the time. Problem is, it's 9 minutes to get to him. Approximately. It's like 9 minutes, so... Fishaholic, thank you for the completely fake happy birthday wish. Completely fake, not really my birthday.
I am overburdened.
You would be overburdened, lady. Just gotta farm for the perfect Frozenstein map. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Did you find Tyraels? Shockingly, no. I thought I was gonna for sure find it today, but... yeah, didn't happen. Like you can really realistically like think you're gonna find it one day. Oh, it's funny. Found a lot of Ral runes at least, so... Oh, wait a second. Rocky Waste Stony Tomb. Oh, I looked at the wrong day. Do the platforms make you get comment quotas? No. I know just on YouTube it's like technically like if you get more interaction and comments and stuff, in some way the algorithm like will promote your stream more to other new people or something, you know, something like that. It's some amorphous that no one really knows exactly type of situation. So appreciate y'all joining me though. Over 200 there on a little over 200 on YouTube, and we got 95, almost 100 on Twitch even. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna honestly ate so many of these peanuts I'm starting to get a stomachache, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, we can do some Rocky Waste, huh? Enigma, Grief, Infinity. What's next? For a good, like expensive rune word? Boy. It's honestly just like dealer's choice after that. I'm assuming you already got like Heart of the Oak, Cult Arms and stuff if you're talking about rune words of the expense that you're talking about. What did I make next? Maybe a Doom? Or like a Beast? I know those were two of the kind of earlier ones I made, but I don't remember how, you know, how early. Oh, or Chains of Honor. You didn't make one of those yet? Make a Chains of Honor for your mercenary, and or if you want to use it somewhere else too. Fortitude, if you didn't make one of those yet, you might have. Definitely need to make a Fortitude at some point. Oh, Phoenix is an expensive one that's cool to make. You're right. Phoenix. Ooh, yeah. Go Phoenix Shield. Hokey Pokey, Terrorized Creeping Feature. 1 in 230,000. Legendary. Oh my gosh. Hear why I was getting beat up so bad there. Oh, I didn't have my Cyclone armor on. Yeah, Lightning Fury job is on with the Phoenix, keeping your mana up. Ooh, that way you can have Infinity on the Merc. True story. Not the best down here, because I feel like these skeletons are all immune to lightning normally, and so we can definitely take them out. It's not too big of a problem, but I mean, this is on player 7 too, I guess, so 2 skeletons, bro. Most of the super uniques have like the same drop odds for Tyraels. Yeah, once they're terrorized, it's not too surprising, I guess, because then they're all the same level. I feel like that's kind of part of the... I know Neelithek's got really low drop odds for like everything in the whole game for some reason. He can drop, even like when he's not terrorized, he can drop everything, but it's like super low odds of it dropping for some reason. I don't really know why though. And I don't know after being terrorized if it is for sure, but that's the thing too. If the unique monsters have the same odds of dropping Tyraels Might, like they all are almost identical. So yeah, just kind of how it is, I guess. CDI says he wants to make Dragon for the Enchantress, huh? Interesting. Ooh, Metal Grid. Oh. Gold Cat's Eye. First Haas from Neelithek years ago, says Hokey Pokey. Yeah, there's been just a couple of times I ever found anything good actually off of Neelithek. I can remember one time getting a Crown of Ages, but like that's like it. Maybe like a High Lord's Eye I can remember maybe. Smeagol says, I guess I'm back to farming regular Mephisto for Drax. Yeah, I know, I'm pretty sure memory serves me that is an okay place relative to what the odds say, this or that, but I don't know that I've ever even found Drax from Mephisto before. One that I usually just find around, you know? Maybe we'll just take out a few packs on the way down here and not waste time going around everywhere. So Marty, you're saying that drop odds do affect Neelithek's drop odds, or are you saying his are just the only ones that are different? He does have just doo-doo odds though for everything. Just cheeks. Just buns. His odds are just buns. Somebody said that earlier. I'm like, buns? What do you mean by buns? His drops are absolute dog water. Captain Chaos had switched to his Hydrasork for down here, yeah. Not a terrible idea. It really, fire and cold is better down here than lightning generally. Change with players count, gotcha. Interesting. Whoops, I missed. How come you can't teleport in town? Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's kind of annoying, I guess. One of those things you just kind of, you know, is what it is. I'd be fine if you could teleport in town, but I don't really care either way. Anti-teleporting laws, yeah.
Not in town.
Don't want to get arrested, am I right? Right? Man, look at all these champs over here. I'm clear this corner out real quick. Take out like 4 champs over here. Uniques and whatnot. Biv, our resident declone walk expert over here. Says there's a couple walks coming on. Those things always get posted up in the Discord, by the way, if you want to check out Discord. Free Discord, just a community, you know. Community of legends being awesome. Check her out. Exclamation Discord if you want to check her out. Viv put that in the YouTube chat already. And Nisha, welcome in. Yo, yo. Yeah, whatever. We'll check it out. I always check these orbs just in case something crazy rolls on them. Never does, though. Never does. Never does. Only play Terra Zones for farming. No, usually I don't farm Terra Zones like a lot, to be honest. I usually pick a build and go to an area, and then maybe if there's a good Terra Zone, I'll go hit it. But Novasaur can kind of do everything and go everywhere, so just decided to go out and hit some Terra Zones. Crazy enough, we just hit 95 today, and I'm almost halfway through to 96, which is kind of crazy. Because I've only been doing P7 Terra Zones here. Cow King might be one that gets drop odds raised based upon as well, because the Cow King can drop up to 6 items, because he's like, I don't know if the Cow King's considered a boss or a super unique. It's almost kind of both, right? The crazy thing is too, the Cow King is the only monster that can drop 6 items, but you can also item find the Cow King. So the Cow King can literally drop 6 items, and then you hit him with item find and drop 6 more items for 12 items. Kind of crazy. He's a super unique on Silas spins. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I feel like he's got a weird designation. Like he's sort of designated as both. DZ Cow King would be nice. Well, Tyraels might. You say that. What I was doing one day, it kind of has funsies. I was running the Barbarian. I would go get the leg super quick, make the game, and the Cow King was like, let's say here was the portal to go in, and then there was literally the wall, and the Cow King was like right here. I was going in, killing the Cow King, item finding, and saving and exiting. And I was like spamming it over and over again. But it's not really, you know, going to get the leg, you know, and stuff. But yeah, it was when the Cow King was terrorized, and I was trying to, you know, some wacky way of getting Tyraels Might, you know? My respect to lightning or chain lightning? Yeah, okay. They've been, you know, they've been good for a long time in the past. I'm a big fan of Nova, though. Big fan. So never remember. You don't have to quest bug Andy anymore. If that's what you're referring to there. So they actually, for whatever reason, whether they couldn't fix it or just decided not to and did this, Andariel is like permanently quest bugged. Andariel permanently has her quest drops. So you don't need to do anything anymore. It's just like that all the time now. As for like always getting fused uniques, I don't know that that people always got fused uniques, but I do know that it used to happen incredibly uncommonly every once in a great rare while. Have I seen any happen in D2R? I have not, actually. Nope. I have not. It's not saying it never has or never will or never does, but... Ever tried making a Shootas, go to like a 200 FCR Nova with a Shootas? No. I don't know exactly, but I would suspect that it wouldn't really be worth it outside of like the movement speed. Like just sacrificing so much to get to that. Let's see, what would you have to sacrifice? Both rings, so that's a couple of skills. I guess really not too much. But for some reason I thought you could, with a sorceress you couldn't get there with just the shooters. You need the 50 on a Whiz Spike or something, but I could be wrong there. Thought you needed the 50 on a Whiz Spike or a Suicide Branch to get to 200. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Grand Scepter. The thing is with lightning too. So lightning and chain lightning, you need to get to 192. Is it 192? I think. And then all the other skills are 200, right? So that top end one is kind of funny, interesting, whatever you want to call it. That like the FCR is 105 for normal and then 117 for lightning, but then the next higher one is lower for lightning than it is for the normal skills. For whatever reason. $200 FCR Singer Barb is where it's at. Super easy to get to too, because you got you can just go like 2 Heart of the Oaks. Ray said he likes chain lightning, likes the look of it, huh? Not a big chain lightning fan. As for the look, I don't know about that, but I just don't like the time it takes to like ricochet around and whatnot. I just don't. Not my cup of tea. Yeah. Infinity on the Merc. Yeah, sure. Do you go like max Vita, I guess? So you're not sucking down all your mana since you don't have a insight on your mercenary? I can't remember. I've messed around with it in the past, like it was years ago at this point. Like it must have been in D2R, but it was probably in the first like I don't know. Maybe I didn't do a 200 FCR Nova like since it's been fixed up. Hard to remember. Very hard to remember. Oh, yeah, sorry, I did miss the comment before there. Good call. Ashuta, Spirit, Viper Magi, Griffins. Oh, wait. Yeah, Serpent Skin Armor. Mages. Oh, the 35. Okay, yeah. The gloves. Yeah, I don't know why. For some reason, I thought you couldn't get there with the shooters.
I am overburdened.
Don't know why I thought that, I guess. You need cure on this build? Need is a bit of an overstatement, but you don't need it, but it's what you want to do if you can. I mean, cure is super cheap too. Like the prayer merc, cure insight, it's like cheap rune words, you know. The only problem is, you know, not having life leech on your helmet, which is where it usually gets gotten. But even if you have just a treachery on your merc, yeah, your merc might die sometimes. You know, it's not really that big a deal, in my opinion. I do have chains of honor for the, you know, life leech and whatnot, but Nosferatus. Yeah, I did see that back there, but you know, I feel like it's not really used anywhere really, so not really that hype, and not like rare enough to be hype. I don't know. We'll go back and take a look, I guess. Why not? This is Vampire Fang Belt, but I feel like -3 to light radius just makes it unusable, right? So, you know, this is what it is. I'm kidding, of course, but also just because melee characters don't use it, don't get used as much. And then String of Ears usually gets used with the, you know, it's got more life leech, and then it's got all that damage reduction on string stuff. Antrax saying skin of the flayed one with the got life leech on it, right? Yeah. Yeah, Hokey Pokey kind of said it there too. Stringer Dungos. R. Kenny nailed it. Pulled that from behind the microphone. I see. Yeah. What a legend, Kenny. And it's backwards, too. It's backwards and from behind the microphone. The motionless in white tee. The I am not a puppet shirt. Ooh, yeah. What a legend. Usually a bunch of champs right here. Got the energy shield up. Good job, Phil. I'm learning already. So I was hanging out with my buddy, speaking of rock/metal, whatever bands. I was hanging out with some of the, you know, a couple of us guys were hanging out after our draft on Monday. And they were putting on music, and this good dude, I guess, but good dude. He's put my buddy's house here at where he's putting on, like, I don't even know, Kenny Chesney and like I don't even know, Dierks Bentley, and like I don't even know what this country stuff was he was listening to. He always listens to stuff like that. I'm like, hey, let me pick a couple songs here. So I put on Lorna Shore, and it was awesome. I never really listened to him that much, you know. It's too aggressive or too over the top for me or whatever, you know, this and that. A couple of their songs are like, once you get into them, get used to them, really good. Especially when you start looking at the lyrics and stuff for that.
I am overburdened.
What are those 3 songs? I think it's called Pain Remains. And the first one's called Dancing Like Flames, I think. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hokey Pokey said when I flipped it up with the camera being the right way, he's like, no, put it back. Yeah, that's on ladder resets. I go on the other side because I always do this because all my items are over here. It's better for the clips, you know. But on ladder reset, I'm over here. I'm like right here. Everyone on ladder reset's like, oh my god, Phil, no, go to the other side of the screen. I'm like, I can't, man, because I put my items over here on ladder reset. So, we. Skunk Cape said he enjoys everything but can't get on board with country. We'll call it hit or miss on country. I don't like a lot of country. Some of it I do. If I had to choose like country to listen to and I wanted to like play it safe, I would put on like the super old like classic country, to be honest. Like old like 50s, 60s. Well, a lot of the newer, like newest stuff, it's really hit or miss on the newer stuff, especially too. Some of it I really hate, just really hate. It's crazy. Jelly rolls considered country. Yeah, what is up with that? I didn't even notice it because he was like a nobody back when I went to Rock on the Range. He performed at Rock on the Range when I went like 10 years ago. And he was just on one of the little side stages or something. I didn't even know it. I was looking at the bands on the back of the shirt I got from Rock on the Range. It's like a rock concert festival that used to be around back in the day. Now I think it changed its name to Sonic Temple, I believe. But yeah. He was just playing on some little side stage, you know. That was probably like knee high, you know, off on the side. But yeah, not a big Jelly Roll fan. Alex saying they don't make country like they used to. No. Nope. Any items you've never found in D2? Serenity Dawn. In fact, there is. Just one. Unique item, anyways. Tyraels Might. It's literally the only item I've never found. I am increasingly aggravated that I can't seem to find it, actually, because it's the one thing I want to find. Oh. Ooh, can beat up over here. Thoughts on Hollywood Undead? I don't know. I heard did some controversy happen with them or something? I don't really know. So I'll just speak on like what the music I had heard or something. Some of the songs are kind of funny. Like, you know, you hijack the Amazon speaker or whatever and you play, you know, I don't even remember what the song's called now. Everywhere we go, people always know. Yeah, that song. So it's called Everywhere We Go, I'm assuming. Kind of a funny song to hijack the speaker at a party and play that song, but not like a huge fan. And I don't know what happened. Like I feel like there was something that he like. I don't remember what happened. I don't know. Appreciate your serenity. So best of luck on the Tyraels Might. Yeah, I'm gonna need it. That song's a classic. Yeah, definitely a classic. It's right up there with, you know, My Way by Sinatra and right up there with Elvis and the Beatles and stuff. Yeah, right up there. Classic. Ray said to complete my grail, I gotta find 2 Tyraels mites. No! Hard pass. I forgot. Jeez, I'm so out of practice here. I gotta leave. I gotta go pick my daughter up from school here in a few minutes. Woo, chat, you almost made me forget my kid at school. I forgot it wasn't summer vacation anymore. Oh my gosh. I need to like set an alarm or something Monday through Friday. Whew. Crazy. I can't believe I almost did that. So, yeah, gotta hop out of here. Appreciate y'all joining me on this Wednesday. I'll be back Friday for sure. Probably, yeah. Friday with, Printer Friday. I do have just 1 or 2 more minutes. So since I have 1 or 2 more minutes, anyone who didn't see, this is my fantasy team I drafted on Monday. It's a 10-team league, 3 keepers. 10-team league. So from last year, I kept Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors, and Bijan. Jaden Daniels here. I picked up McLaurin. I didn't even mean to stack, but I picked up McLaurin, and I was like, no, I don't want to take quarterback yet. Wait. I kept waiting, and nobody would draft him. And I was like, so the first 3 keepers, you can think of them as like the first 3 picks of the first 3 rounds. I got Jaden Daniels in the equivalent of the 7th round. Nobody would take him. I don't know. So a few people took quarterbacks earlier. Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, stuff like that. And everyone else must have been late quarterback. They just wouldn't take him. Finally, I'm like, I got to. Whatever. Got to. You're just handing me the league. Whatever. And then we got Tony Pollard as our RB2 here. Hopefully he does pretty good. I had him last year too. He was solid, you know. Trey McBride at tight end too. Jaden Daniels, all of this here, and Trey McBride and Xavier Worthy here at flex. Bench, a little bit soft. You know, what you going to do with your bench? This is one time when I definitely filled out my starting lineup. These guys up here first, which I don't always do. Sometimes I'll get RB depth or something before filling in tight end, but I just couldn't help it here. But this will be okay. Hope maybe Cooper Kupp can be something this year, but drafted Tajay Spears like towards the end because he's IR. Drafted him, put him in IR. Picked up Chris Rodriguez after the draft was over, like a champ. The RB1 right here. Chris Rodriguez, the soon-to-be running back #1 and goal line back for Washington, just on the waiver wire. Crazy. Defensive kicker, love him. Just love him. Arthur Smith is going to be never scoring touchdowns, so lots of field goals getting kicked over there in Pittsburgh, I bet. Also with the old man at quarterback. So, all right. But anyways, just wanted to show that off for one more time real quick. But with that being said, peace out, all you legends. And don't forget to keep on laying. Oh, yeah.